Well, it is hard to believe high school football weekend number 6 tonight. Loyal Sock hosting the Seals of Selinsgrove. Friday Night Lights brought to you by Fairfield for Fair Deals. I'm Gary Crispin along with Babe Mayer. And here right behind us, Ken Robbins Stadium. They're going to tow it up. And right about a half hour or so, top of the hour at 7 o'clock tonight. Both teams coming in 2-3. Seals have played a tough schedule, but so have the Lancers. And the Lancers playing without their star All-Stater and Connor Watkins.
Well, you know, the fact is Connor Watkins is gone, and Loyal Sock has got to move on. It's a next man up theory, and we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between winning and losing in the next segment.
Okay, that should be fun. Of course, Selinsgrove coming off a tough loss to Berwick last week. They were in a 7-0 game, trailing at halftime, and they came up short 21-7. And I know Derek Hicks felt pretty good about his club in the first half of that game. Sock coming off. Can they rebound off the bridge battle, the loss to their arch rival Warriors last week, 24-7?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens this week. It's a tough task. I mean, we'll talk about it in the next segment, but tough task for the Lancers tonight, to say the least.
Both teams 2-3. It is our Friday Night Lights prior to the Rennie Road Armor All-State Game of the Week. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. Fairfield for Fair Deals from Loyal Sock. Hard to believe, Rennie Road Armor All-State Insurance, 40 years and going strong here in Williamsport, Westminster Drive. And Rennie, you know, I know one of the things we've talked about in the past, life insurance, and how important having life insurance is for folks that are married, have a home. Tell me more about life insurance.
Most people don't realize. They think $100,000 or $50,000 is enough life insurance. We try to talk to people every time they pick on an additional debt, especially buying a home and getting a mortgage. We want to make sure there's adequate coverage there, that if something happened, the family would be able to stay in their home and not have to move or sell a house that may be less than it's worth because you have to get rid of it.
So bottom line is it's that insurance policy, knowing you've got the life insurance to make sure you're in great shape if anything would ever happen.
Exactly, Gary. I've been on both sides. I've had situations where people died and there was adequate coverage and the house was able to be paid off and whatever. And I've also seen the other side of the coin where people were forced to sell their house because there wasn't adequate life insurance at that time.
Good idea to check on life insurance by calling Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance, Westminster Drive, Williamsport, and in Mansfield, 326-6645.
Roach Financial has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear: stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance, Route 15, South Side. Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves on our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years.
Over the years, this area has seen its share of ups and downs. And for the past 30 years, Our employees have been dedicated to making sure your investment in your vehicle goes a long way, from sales to service. And we promise that same level of commitment for the next 30 years. It's your time, Central Pennsylvania. You deserve a fair deal. Fairfield. You're gonna love us.
And tonight, Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Fairfield Auto Group. Fairfield for fair deals. Gary Crispin and Babe Bear. Weekend 6, Sock hosting the Seals of Selinsgrove. Club coming in. Both are 2 and 3. But let's talk fast facts about this ball game and keys to the game. Brought to you by Tom Rachel and the gang at Palco Federal Credit Union, Chad Road in Muncie. Let's talk some fast facts.
Well, I think the big fast fact is that this Loyal Sock team has to learn how to win. In football, you learn how to win, but you also learn how to lose. And I thought last week they kind of came unraveled late in the ball game, and you can't do that. And how you rally a team and get a team ready to play is you got to rally a team as individuals first, and then they will come together as a team. All right, and I think that's what they need to do. They've only scored 2 touchdowns in the last 2 games, and that was since Connor Watkins went out. They got to get some more offensive production, and also on the other side, the defense has got to stand up and put them in good field position and do some things to help that offense out. It is a team game. You win as a team, you lose as a team. You learn to win, you learn to lose. You got to make the best of it.
Yeah, good point. I think you're going to see Loyal Sock try to establish a shorter passing game for the young sophomore and Chase Kavanaugh in this game tonight. They got to get the run going a little bit too. Aiden Gare, Quincy Myers is banged up. He will not play tonight. At least he will not start in this ball game, so we'll wait and see. On the other side, Selinsgrove has a freshman quarterback in Danny Schock. Remember Logan Leiby, who broke all the records in District 4. He's now at Bloom. Leiby started the 5th game. He started the first time the 5th game his freshman year. This guy started from the beginning. 6'3", 186, threw for nearly 300 against Jersey Shore, for over 3 against Schick. He has been picked a number of times. This guy's got a big upside, and Joe Kahn is their go-to guy on both sides of the ball. Going to be interesting. They're only down 7 to a really good Berwick team last week, and they've had a brutal schedule too, playing Southern, and then, of course, last week in that loss to Berwick.
Yeah, and last week in that loss to Berwick, they also lost earlier in the season to another very good team that's undefeated in Southern Columbia. So 2 of their 3 losses are the teams that you would expect to be the winners, 2 of the top teams in the area. Gary, I think it comes down simply to this. All right? You have got to go out in that field and believe you can win. And before you can believe you can win, you've got to be motivated and go in with that attitude. That's where the Lancers are right now.
Certainly, Derek Hicks wants to stop the big play of Sock, thinking they're going to go up top and try to get to number 1 in Gerald Ross. We'll take a timeout. We will talk more. We'll also talk to Chris Massey about predictions of the Big 5 high school games in weekend number 6. It's coming back. Fairfield for fair deals, Friday Night Lights, Cable Sports, back in a moment. Jim Moff, Moff & Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff, Moff & Associates, moffandassociates.com. Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
I've had an interest in reptiles and amphibians since I was 11 or 12 years old. And so when I came out of the military in 1964, I began to build Reptiland. And with the help of family and friends and employees, the zoo has continued to grow ever since. Sure, a lot of things have changed in 53 years, but one thing has never changed: the smiles. Welcome to Reptiland.
Griggs' Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, serving 3 meals 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 3 p.m. on Sundays. House-made desserts, including famous Griggs' sticky buns, coffee, peanuts, and peanut butter, and specialty drinks. Griggs' Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, just off North Loyalsock Avenue in Montoursville.
Bud Furlinger, River Valley Transit's original driver, date back to 1933. This baby goes back to 62. Sort of reminds me of my third wife, Shirley. You can see it here at the Peter Hurdig Transportation Museum. You know, we've come a long way, but we still have the lowest discounted fares in the state. We cover the region from Jersey Shore to Hughesville. This is the new Church Street Transportation Center. And this baby is our new hybrid bus. River Valley Transit, dedicated to get you there. BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove.
For over 30 years, Fairfield Auto Group has had an unyielding commitment to hometown values. And we know how important those are to you. At Fairfield, cars cost less, but our service remains unrivaled. Fairfield for fair deals. Fairfield. You're gonna love us.
Hey, we're back. Fairfield for fair deals. Friday Night Lights pregame show. Gary Crispin, Sun Gazette's Chris Massey. Chris, I'm blown away. It's weekend number 6. Can you imagine? We had played 2 before Labor Day. Here we are, weekend number 6. Your record's pretty good.
19-6, 5-0 last week. My first perfect week.
Not shabby, and the key is how close. If you almost hit one on the nose at picking these scores.
Yeah, it all runs together right now.
Yeah, you're right. I think a couple of weeks ago you were real close.
Yeah, I know Muncie. I said 42-7 last week. It was 45-0. So I was kind of close there.
Yeah, let's talk right now. Tonight, top of the hour games kicking off around the region at 7. First of all, you've got Montoursville and Milton. I was impressed by the Warriors last week.
Yeah, they're playing well on both sides of the ball, and they're young, but they're experienced at the same time, and I don't think they'll have much trouble with Milton. We'll go 42-6 Montoursville.
Okay, how about Shamokin? Henry Hynoski's got the team playing well. They come to Jersey Shore, and let's talk about Shamokin, Jersey Shore tonight at Shore.
It's a good battle. 2 teams built the same way, very physical, hard-hitting. I'm going to take Shore in a low-scoring game, 20-14.
Okay, 20-14. That is our score right there. Loyalsock tonight. Our game coming up top of the hour. Let's talk about that game and the game we're about ready to do. Selinsgrove looks pretty good. They're 2-3, but they played a tough schedule coming in. And right now, without Watkins, Sock's got to find a rhythm in their offense.
They do, and I think Chase Kavanaugh will get better as the season goes on, but he's been thrown into a tough situation. I think Sock's defense played pretty well last week, and I think Sock will hang around tonight, but I think Selinsgrove's got too much, and we'll go with the Seals 28-14.
28-14. All right, we'll wait and see. We're about ready to do that one coming up. Millionaires at home against Scranton. How about the Cherry and White back at STA?
Their offense is playing like a video game again, so that's a good sign. If the defense can get a little bit better, I think they're going to be really tough, and I think they're going to make it easy on the fans this week. We'll go 48-14, Williamsport.
48-14, not going to give up too many. The defense getting better. Game of the week's got to be Muncie at Canton. Both are 5-0. Muncie for real, but Warriors are pretty good too.
They are. These are two teams that are about as evenly matched as possible. Physical, got some great playmakers on the outside. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've gone back and forth, but I'm going to take Muncie in a real great game. I'll say 21-20.
Wow. Muncie 21-20. All right, Chris will let you go. Check out Chris. He'll be in the Sun-Gazette Saturday morning. All the scores and updates. Thanks. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
Chris Massey of the Sun-Gazette, the Big Five, brought to you by Harders, our scoreboard show coming up at halftime. We'll take a break. We've got more coming up. Impact Players minutes away. Cable Sports, it is Friday Night Lights. Rennie Road Armel Allstate Insurance. Rennie, congratulations, 40 years and going strong and many, many more. Rennie, a lot of times we've talked about liability insurance. I know I'm well covered. You guys have my back on that. Let's talk liability insurance and how important it is to have the proper insurance liability-wise in case anything would happen.
Yeah, what I look at in our business, the most important thing is making sure that whatever happens to a client, any accident, any type of thing, they don't have to worry about losing their house and home and their life savings. Everything with us is built around liability, making sure they have the proper coverage. It is absolutely scary to see the type of settlements and what we're seeing in this litigious society that we have today.
Sue happy.
Oh,
Sue happy.
The best way to say it.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at it as a way to make a living. I've seen $1 million lawsuits at least on 3 occasions over the last couple of years. $1 million settlements.
Bottom line is liability insurance, it's a key. Talk to the experts. Rennie Road Armel Allstate Insurance. Hats off to you. 40 years and going strong. Give them a call today. 326-6645. Hey guys, by now you know my favorite place in the entire world, Macetto's Deli, Kenwood Avenue, Old Lycoming. Why do I put on weight? I love the best homemade soup in Central PA, best deli sandwiches, and Monday through Saturday, the amazing breakfast, the omelets, the pancakes, and don't forget about the amazing sausage, gravy, and biscuits here at Macetto's, Old Lycoming Township, Kenwood Avenue. Do I have a feeling that somebody's behind it? What's going? Oh, Tammy, yeah. She's always here at Macetto's. You know, local families have been going to Dr. David Raymore for more than 30 years in the greater Williamsport area. And now many of the kids are grown and married, and their kids are going to see Dr. David Raymore and his great staff. See, they put smiles in the faces of parents and grandparents and all the kids for years. They specialize in general and cosmetic dentistry with 3 licensed dental hygienists on staff. And now they're accepting new patients. Dr. David Raymore, General Dentistry, 1033 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport. When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in, open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more, the best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024.
Rainbow Carpet is pushing the limit on cash and carry pricing. We're slashing pricing on all uninstalled products, including hardwood, ceramic tile, and vinyl click flooring. It's all up to 40% off. Our expert flooring installers will show you or your contractor the basics of installation to keep your costs down and get the most for your money. Between the cash and carry pricing and the right products for your lifestyle, Rainbow Carpet makes it more affordable than ever to get the great floors you need in your home. Looking for a great backsplash? Look no further than Glazio Tile. Unique, colorful, and cost-friendly, Glazio makes a great choice for backsplashes or decorative inlays. Come take a look at our Provenza engineered hardwood line. You get the newest colors and the wide wood everyone's talking about. Come see us at Rainbow Carpet to start your journey to better flooring with affordable pricing.
Hey, let's talk Impact players. Prior to the start of this ball game and Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Biters, and the Impact Biters can have on how you sleep at the Sleep Center, furniture, mattress, and appliance. Biters, Route 15 in Southside. I think Impact players suck. You've got to go with the guy we picked last week, number 1, Gerald Ross. You see this play and his ability to go up and get the ball in traffic and then make a play, get into the end zone. One of the great plays we've seen. Gerald Ross got to be the impact player, and Cavanaugh's going to have to find a way to get it to him.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Gerald Ross stretches the game. He can jump, he can run, he has great lateral agility, and he has a knack for getting at the ball and hanging on.
On the other side, Derek Hicks said you got to go with my guy, Joe Kahn. He's a senior, 6 foot, about 196 pounds. He's their running back, and he's a guy that will get it done as they try to establish the run in this game tonight and good balance, a little bit more balance than maybe the Seals had the last couple of years when they threw the ball all over the yard a little bit more. And, of course, he's the outside linebacker, Joe Kahn. Keep an eye on number 2.
Selinsgrove likes to run the ball. When they run the ball, they're playing well. Kahn's going to be a key.
Going to be fun. Those are the impact players. We've got the starting lineups, opening kickoff coming up. Rennie Road Armor All-State game. This has been Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Fairfield for fair deals. I know you need a great night's sleep. You're in the right place. Biters, that's right. Route 15 South Williamsport, the Sleep Center. Joe Biter is the master of selling you the greatest mattress and bedding of all time. You sold me. You had me at hello. The Simmons Beauty Rest Platinum Firm. But you've got a bed for everybody, a mattress for everybody, and it's incredible. I've never had better sleep.
Thank you, Gary. We've been in the bedding business for about 30 years. I think we're getting there. Well, I think we kind of got it perfected. So we had a big redo the last couple years. We redid our sleep center and added some like top name brands like the Simmons Beauty Rest Platinum that you have. We have Tempur-Pedic, we have Sealy, a couple other strong brands, and we have 40 beds on the floor. One is right for everybody.
Hundreds to choose from, and you can customize it. You customized it for me. Let's show them how it works. It's got the remote. I laid down, and I was sold immediately. Raised the foot, raised the head part. It's great. Cuts down on snoring, acid reflux. It's great for your health and circulation, but it's great also if you want to read or watch TV. It's amazing. I've never had sleep like this.
The bedroom now is a sanctuary. It's a sanctuary for working. It's a sanctuary for rest and relaxation, watching TV, reading. Adding the adjustable base to one of these brand new beds is the perfect complement.
It's incredible. It's the best buy I've ever made here at Biters, the Sleep Center. Joe, congratulations. They're selling it like crazy. Here at the Sleep Center, come see Joe Biter. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Gary.
We'll be back with more from Biters. Don't go away. For the finest detail and handcrafted jewelry, there is one name to know. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, Oaks Plaza, East 3rd, Golden Strip in Williamsport. Let them make you an original. And remember, they are your diamond headquarters. Absolutely the best prices, bar none, on diamonds anywhere in Central PA. And, of course, the finest gemstones in the world today, from sapphires to tanzanite. Now is the time to let them make you an original. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, your diamond headquarters, Golden Strip. You know by now, I love the Clothier. Men's clothing at the finest in Central PA with the biggest selection in the state. Francis, how do you do it? You've got a huge selection for everybody.
We try to fit everybody from head to toe with clothes from all the brands around the world. Fit you up exactly the way you like to look.
West 4th Street, downtown Williamsport. Biggest selection, finest menswear in Pennsylvania. The Clothier, downtown Williamsport. When it comes to great food, great fun, great sports, you've got to make it to Rival Sports Bar and Grill on River Avenue, known for their famous California wood-fired pizza.
Rivals, a great atmosphere and a great place to watch your favorite football team and the best wings in town.
We love Rivals, California wood-fired pizza, wraps, and wings, the best in Williamsport.
Best steak salad and wings in town.
Rivals, River Avenue. Hey, we're back here, Fairfield for Fair Deals pregame show. Rick Wigley with us, and boy, the state-of-the-art Fairfield Toyota. You guys have done well here.
This has been a great location for Toyota, and Toyota is, of course, hot as could be. And as Dan Goldman will fill you in on the great success with Toyota this year.
Well, Dan, you've got a lot of great 2019s we've looked at. You've got, obviously, you've talked Tacoma, Tundra, and so much more. Let's talk about your deals that you have on Toyota and how highly they're ranked in the nation and in the world.
Well, we haven't seen incentives to the levels that they've been this year so far. And with resale value by the very trusted Kelley Blue Book website, we have the number 1, number 2, and number 3 in resale value. The Tacoma number 1, Tundra number 2, and the 4Runner number 3.
Okay, a lot of excitement, too, about these great 2019s. Going to be a great year. You guys sell a lot of Toyotas out of here in Central PA.
Boy, we sure do, and it's due to our great employees, our leader, and great prices.
And a great service
after the sale.
Yeah, I was just going to say, service after the sale. Guys, congratulations on the great run with Fairfield Toyota. Good luck for a great 2019.
Thanks, Gary. Good luck to you, too.
Check it out. Fairfield for Fair Deals.
Kiss 1027, the 80s to now.
Back to pass. Magnano steps up again to the outside Simmons. Look what he does after the catch. Down that sideline, dances. He's gone. Marcus Simmons, touchdown, Millionaires. Play action. Goldman good. Back to pass. Got a man there going up. What a catch! 25, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, 67 yards. Cavanaugh, big play, was to Chofie. Sophomore steps up, throwing for that corner. The ball is caught. What a catch, Ross, touchdown. And what is a gorgeous night for football weekend number 6. Cable Sports and the Rennie Rhode Armel Allstate game tonight at the Lancers Ken Robbins Stadium. Loyal Sock entertains Selinsgrove. Hi again, everybody. Gary Crispin along with Bay Bear, the Rennie Rhode Armel Allstate game. Hard to believe it is the 6th weekend of the season. Two teams badly in need of a win. They're 2 and 3. They both played a pretty brutal schedule coming up. And now Loyal Sock playing minus Connor Watkins, their All-State quarterback, who may be lost for the year. They're hoping to get him back late. Young Chase Cavanaugh gets a start, and the Seals with a young freshman quarterback that's really got an upside to him.
Well, yeah, Gary, you're right. This is a big game for both these teams because of the playoffs coming up. Loyal Sock right now is ranked 6th out of 8 teams. 8 teams will advance into the playoffs. If they lose too many games, they could be knocked out of the playoffs for the first time in a long time. On the other hand, you have a Selinsgrove team that is number 1 in their division, but they're number 1. They have Loyal Sock tonight. A loss here tonight could really hurt because they have a couple tough good games coming up.
Yeah, they played Berwick tough, down 7-0 last week at halftime, losing 21-7 to a really good Berwick team who throttled the Millionaires earlier this year. And how does Loyal Sock react coming off a rivalry loss to the arch rival Mintoursville 24-7?
Well, there's no doubt about it. This is a game tonight that's going to be played above the shoulders, all right? The team that can get ready to play coming off those losses last week, coming off some injuries and things like that, the team that is ready to play mentally is going to win this game.
And it could give them a pretty good idea what kind of momentum they're going to have the remainder of the year. Big game. Seals and the Lancers coming up as we stream live tonight. WebWeeklyLive.com, CableSportsLive.com, and here on Facebook. We'll be back. Starting lineups, opening kickoff from Loyal Sock coming up next. Biters Furniture, mattress and appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biters Furniture, mattress and appliance, Route 15, South Side.
other world where happiness can be found around every corner.
Want to see Mickey?
Filled to the brim with memories and wonder.
Come discover all the magic that awaits you at Walt Disney World Resort. Let the travel professionals at AAA plan this trip of a lifetime. Contact your local AAA office or go to AAA.com/Disney for more information. Well, it is a gorgeous night here at Ken Robbins Stadium. The Allison Crane and Rigging Field at Ken Robbins Stadium. Beautiful new turf field here at Loyal Sock tonight. It's also a night that Callie Cavanaugh is being honored. Callie Strong night. They're giving out the Callie Strong towels tonight. It's a Loyal Sock Youth night, and they're saluting Callie, whose brother Chase will start tonight. Cole was her great running back the last couple of years, and certainly her spirit remains here looking over the stadium tonight. She did a lot to inspire a lot of kids, and her fight and her courage inspired so many in the fight for kids that have pediatric cancer. And she lost her battle, but her spirit lives on and has certainly inspired so many here at Loyal Sock High School. So tonight it's Callie's night. I think it's probably going to be a traditional night. A lot of her friends are out there, part of the Loyal Sock Youth Night. They've got the light blue on and some wearing the pink for the American Cancer Society. And it's going to be a fun night here at Loyal Sock. And her brother Chase, I know, is got to be certainly inspired by this night for his little sister.
Well, Callie was here for the game last year. And, just a great person, a strong person, and Callie Strong is the right way to put it. And I'm sure she's here somewhere tonight watching her younger brother play like she watched her older brother last year.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. Tonight, the Seals of Selinsgrove coming in 2-3. We've got a Selinsgrove grad down on the field, Ben Reichley, who the last time we checked still had the interception record at 10. Back in 1979, 80, somewhere in there. Ben, tell me more about your days as a SEAL.
Oh, SEALs, boy, to be a SEAL, it was great. We had Bill Scott as the head coach, and a good traditional program at Selinsgrove. Tonight, they're coming in like Loyal Sock, 2-3, and they need that victory to get into that momentum, to get into the district playoffs. Looks like Selinsgrove's a very young team, freshman quarterback. Got a sophomore running back who was an offensive guard last year. So, they're feeling their way through. Loyal Sock, we know the story there, and an unfortunate incident that happens with an injury. That changes your program.
Yep.
But the coaching staff has got them together, pulled them in, and we're going to see what happens today. Gary, I will say this about my times at Selinsgrove. It was last century.
That's true.
Hey, Ben. Yeah. Ben, now, Gary and I are up here in the press box, so we feel like we're part of the fans. You're on the field. You feel like you're part of the players. How many minutes do you think you could give us tonight at safety?
I'll tell you what, I could give them a good 30 seconds. If they really need it, I can jump in there. Hey, one point about this. New turf here at Loyal Sock.
Really nice.
And I tell you what, very nice. And talking to CI here before the game, it shows well. And a big night tonight, in all seriousness, with the Callie Strong. And I think we had her either interviewed last year or 2 years ago. We did an interview with her.
Absolutely.
And a really emotional night down here, not just for the Loyal Sock football team, but the Loyal Sock fan base. So Selinsgrove Loyal Sock, first time in a long time, but should be a very interesting game.
Yeah, Ben, it should be interesting. You talk about Danny Schock. Tell me about him. 6'3", 186, a freshman, big upside. And I talked to Derek Hicks this week, who said when Logan Libby started, it was not until the 5th game of his freshman year. This guy has started from the outset, 800 yards passing so far, and he looks like he's going to be a good one. They've got a good quarterback coach down there, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and a little change with the offensive coordinators now. Derek Pope stepping out here, but he's still on the staff. But Danny Schock is a prodigy. He has been a quarterback in the making since, I think, 3rd grade. He's attended the summer camps. He's athletic, a lot more athletic than you think. He has that height to him. He attended my daughter's 16th birthday party last week. We talked a little bit, talked about football. and he's a good one, and he's in the making. So we'll see how he is tonight.
Should be interesting. You talked about the young sophomore running back, Nate Schoen. He's good on both sides of the ball. And, Ben, Joe Kahn is their guy. Let's pause for the playing of our national anthem. Fun. And you talk, first of all, Ben, we were talking about Joe Kahn. He's a good one. Going to Dickinson next year. He's their impact player on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he makes a difference on both sides. He's going to be led into those holds by Nate Schoen, the fullback, who was a guard last year. But no, Kahn is a very good player and very active on defense. And also comes from a good family. His father played college football. His older brother was down at McDaniel, and he's on his way to Dickinson. So, again, it's going to be interesting how the athletes on both sides match up tonight.
Absolutely. You're seeing our AAA travel starting lineups for this ball game. The Lancers in the offensive side tonight. It's going to be a fun ball game, to say the least, as we get ready for the ball game. And we're going to see the Seals defensively. Blaze Siders is a good one, and Nate Schoen, two defensive tackles that'll make a difference. And Kyle Rule is going to swim it. Sock on the return. Ross, good coverage on that. Boy, I tell you, good job on the special teams for Selinsgrove. He's going to be pinned back at about the 19-yard line. The Loyal Sox going to set up first down and 10. And here we go. This should be fun.
When you get a kickoff like that hits the ground and bounces and you pick it up, there's a good chance if everybody stays in their lanes, you're not going to be able to run east and west on the field. And Ross tried it. Not going to work. There's nothing really going to work because if they stay in their lanes and they get down there in time, they just beat the ball down. You don't have a chance to return it. So a good job by Selinsgrove, and Ross, good job by hanging on to the ball over there.
They've got the freshman Nick Barone gets the start. He's in that backfield tonight. Aiden Gare's out there in the wing. He's the A-back. They put him in motion. They give it away to Barone off that right side. He had a high ankle sprain, had missed the last few weeks. He did start both ways against Danville. That's Carmen's little brother, but he's not a little guy. Micaiah Showers comes over to make that tackle. And Barone at 6'1", 220, only a freshman. And a big upside to this guy, the brother of Carmen.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that time Gare came back into the backfield. Look for him to lead Gare up into that line of scrimmage.
Second down and 9. Chase Cavanaugh, the young sophomore quarterback. Play action. Look for the shorter passing game. He's going to lob it out here. Caught Gare. And Aiden Gare on a perfect throw by Cavanaugh on a first down out here to the 41-yard line. Nice play. Joe Kahn made the saving play and knocked him out of bounds. Big play in a 22-yard game. Nice toss by Cavanaugh.
Yeah, a great cost. Got it over the top. Defensive man was in between the two. Got it over the top. Good catch on the outside and a good first down play for second down play for Loyal Sock.
They've got Ross near side, top of the screen, Chofie. That's Gare in motion. They're going to toss that way. Try to get him to the outside. He's going to have to cut back, nothing doing. He's going to lose about 3 yards on that play. Coming over is Micaiah Showers again, and Nick Schaefer, 65, coming over to make the tackle for the Seals. They're going to be stingy. They were in a 7-0 ball game at halftime against very tough Berwick, who's playing a big game against Valley View tonight. We saw the Dogs beat the Millionaires this year in a big way. And they played them tough, but just couldn't make the plays down the stretch, lost 21-7. They played a tough schedule this year. Out of the gun, Cavanaugh. Lefty, lose that rush. Dives ahead and does not get back to the line of scrimmage. And, boy, pressure on Thomas Everett comes over to make the tackle, number 53. Good job that time, and Nate Schoen helped chase him out of that pocket. Good job between Everett and Schoen, and it brings up 3rd down and 13. Big play right now for Sock early against a defensive team that Derek Hicks feels is ahead of where he thought they would be. They're playing well.
I'll tell you what, they had great pursuit on that pitch to Gare earlier. Watch for a fake pitch, and Kavanaugh pull up and look for somebody downfield on the backside.
They come, little screen, Gare in the open field, makes a man miss, does not get anywhere near enough for the first down, got to the 45-yard line as they came trips near side. Ryan Ament comes over to make the tackle. He's the inside linebacker, 5'10", 184, and another young player for the Seals, only a sophomore, and they're going to have to punt the football away. There is a flag down. See what that call is going to be on 4th down and about 7. And probably a hold, you would think. Let's go down to Ben Reichley in the sideline. Ben, did you see what that call might be?
I didn't see it. They're talking about holding now against Loyalsock, and the coaches just called for the punt team. But hey, one of the things you talk about is the maturation. So you get an injury, you bring a new quarterback in. Now this is going into game 3. So now there should be some of that. And I will say this, Selinsgrove plays a little different, 4-4, 3-5 defense. Yep. So the offensive line for Loyalsock will have to be on their toes tonight.
There's no doubt Aiden Gare is going to punt it back. They've got Schoen and Kahn deep for the Seals. Both are 2 and 3. Of course, the Seals have the unfortunate scheduling to run into Southern Columbia, who South plays tonight. Southern's on a whole other level. They lost tough games. First game to Lewisburg, 3rd game to Southern, and the 5th game last week to Berwick. In between, they had wins over Schick and Jersey Shore. And in those games, Danny Schock, who we're going to see through both times for around 300 yards. Gare hits a line drive. Schoen on the bounce. Runs it back to about the 25-yard line. Pretty good coverage that time from Sock. And Darius Williams, who does a great job of the special teams. He did last week against Montoursville, makes another tackle.
Did a whale of a job there. When that ball hits the ground and bounces right up into a man's arm, we have just the opposite of what we had in the first kickoff. That one, you have a lot of time to get that ball back upfield. Williams did a great job of running him down.
Game of the week brought to you by Harders. And we'll have our play-to-win scoreboard show from Harders at halftime. Rennie Road Armor Allstate game, and here comes Danny Schock, 6'3", 186, and only a freshman. He's got Kahn in that backfield. Boy, not much, and Bam Bam Brema runs right into him. Brema, the leading tackler for this football team. Bam Bam is 6'6", 235, and verbally committed to the Pitt Panthers next year. Shows you why he's so tough to run against.
His potential is incredible. I mean, he'll just get better and better and better. He has the physical size, has the physical ability to play Division I football. He's still learning the game.
He's got 45 tackles in the air and 35 solos. That was the 35th. 2nd down, about 8. Football at the 26. Schock screens it. Left-hand side. They get out there and nothing doing. Good defense again. They tried to get it out. That time to number 7, Josh Nyland. And Eli Holler got out there and got after him. Good job by Eli. Eli Holler is going to be playing that linebacker spot, number 10. Good tackle.
Gare tripped him up, and Holler finished him off, so that was a good play. They're minus 2 yards right now in 2 plays, and when you can do that to Selinsgrove, they got a good offense, and that's good. Some good defense.
3rd down and 12. No score early. Rennie Road Armor Allstate game. WebWeeklyLive.com, CableSportsLive.com, and it's tonight on Facebook. Over the middle, Nyland to catch, and a good move after the catch. Will not have anywhere near enough for the first down. Got over the 35 and out to the 36-yard line. Eli Holler again comes over from his linebacker spot to make that tackle. He's a good one, 6'3", 210, and a senior for the Lancers. And a 3 and out. They're going to have to punt it away. Good defense early for Loyalsock. They need that.
Nice play by Holler. He almost broke that and got the first down marker, but Holler kept him back.
Punter is going to be Wyatt Metzger. He's also the tight end. He averages 34 per punt. He's hit 5 inside the 20 this year. Ross. And a great job by Selinsgrove that time, stringing him out to the outside. Ben Swineford is down there, and Josh Nyland running him out of bounds. So those are the two wide receivers with good speed for the Selinsgrove team. And now Loyalsock sets up the first time out for the second time tonight. And I don't think there's any doubt they're going to try to establish a short game in the passing game. I think they were going deep all the time last week.
Yeah,
and I think they've got to get that short passing game running to help set up the run. You've got Shofi top of the screen, near side Ross. Holler is the tight end. They put Gare, he's the A-back. He's on that wing. Little counteraction. That ball is fumbled. That is kicked away. Loose ball picked up. Swineford, 25, 15, touchdown, Seals. Loose ball, fumble, picked up, or will it be down back here?
It's going to be a penalty, too.
It might be a penalty on top of that. Ben Reichley, they're running right past you. Let's tell me a little bit more what you saw down a little bit closer.
Just, if you don't protect the football, there's arms, knees, elbows, everything in there. It looks like it's going to be a touchdown, but there's going to be a celebration or a taunting penalty on Selinsgrove. So
they count it. Yeah, it's going to be a...
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Got to be against the Seals. That'll come off. Yeah, but it is a good fumble recovery run back for a touchdown. We'll get a chance to see it again. There's a ball that I don't think Aiden Gare never really put it away. I don't think he was hit that hard. But he got in traffic. Here's another look, babe. And this is the last thing Loyalsock after the 3-and-out needed. But he got stripped. Somebody got their hand, popped it out, and then the ball squirts and is kicked. And Swineford picks up the loose ball and runs it in for a touchdown. That's a big play. That's a 32-yard return of a fumble recovery. And that's a big play. And Blaze Siders is the guy. He's a good one going to Lock Haven University next year. Siders got the hand in and was able to strip that football.
And it happened back before the ball actually became visible. A player spun him around. The ball came away from his body. Another player hits him. The ball comes out. And that's one of the things that they work hard on at the next level is you got to hold that ball in no matter what happens to you. In high school, that's a tough thing to do.
Here's a conversion. Kyle Rule is perfect this year, 12 out of 12. And he's a soccer player. There's a flag that comes out. Kyle Rule was a full-time football player last year, and now he's a full-time soccer player and just kicks for the football team. But he was actually a regular on this football team a year ago, but they're glad he's still their kicker. He's a good one. He has one field goal this year of 34 yards. So Kyle Rule.
Well, the penalty is going to be marked off on the kickoff, so Loyalsock should end up with some good field position on this next one. I think there's an offsides again.
That kick is up, and the kick is good.
I'm wrong.
It's an offsides Loyalsock.
All right, Loyalsock might have been offsides.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
I'm sure they're going to decline it. Penalty down, and now it's going to be a false start against Selinsgrove. And it's going to back them up, and it looks like they're going to come out here and kick again. Certainly Kyle Rule's got the leg. If you just tuned in, Selinsgrove held 3-and-out, but then on the first play, the second series for Sock, Gare was stripped of the ball, fumbled. It was picked up and run in from 32 yards out by Ben Swineford. And now they're trying to get the conversion, but the penalty is going to make it basically a 30-yard field goal. He's got the range. There's a snap back again. Good penetration. Kick is up. Kick is good. We'll take time out. 7:17 to play in the first. Rennie Road Armel Allstate game. 7-0 Seals over the Lancers. You know by now, I love the Clothier. Men's clothing at the finest in Central PA with the biggest selection in the state. Francis, how do you do it? You've got a huge selection for everybody.
We try to fit everybody from head to toe with clothes from all the brands around the world. Fit you up exactly the way you like to look.
West 4th Street, downtown Williamsport. Biggest selection, finest menswear in Pennsylvania. The Clothier, downtown Williamsport. You know, local families have been going to Dr. David Raymore for more than 30 years in the greater Williamsport area. And now many of the kids are grown and married, and their kids are going to see Dr. David Raymore and his great staff. See, they put smiles in the faces of parents and grandparents and all the kids for years. They specialize in general and cosmetic dentistry with 3 licensed dental hygienists on staff. And now they're accepting new patients. Dr. David Raymore, General Dentistry, 1033 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport. Now the Seals are going to kick from their own 25-yard line. Sock a chance to get good field position. Selinsgrove up 7-0. Cable Sports. Here comes Ross for the 28, bringing it back. Good pursuit, out to the 40, 45, gets belted and out of bounds around the 47-yard line in front of the Lancer bench. Swineford comes over to help out on that tackle. We're going to set up first down at 10. So here's Sock again. Second time around. First time, that first series, they were 3 and out. Second time out, the first time they touched the ball, Gare had the ball stripped by Siders. Swineford picked it up and ran it 32 yards for a touchdown, and that's where we are.
That was a tough way to open a ball game for Loyal Sock. I mean,
they need a good thing to happen here.
Absolutely.
Certainly Derek Hicks worried about the big play, and they've given up some. Thrown to that outside, good catch made, good coverage. Swinehart on Ross. By the way, Ross coming in here, 32 catches on the season. He leads everybody in this region, and he's had a great start. Ross had a pretty good game against Loyal Sock last week, made one of the great plays all season. On a catch, he went up for it about the 5 and somehow was able to turn, spin, and get it over the goal line for their only touchdown a week ago. Second down 7. They show 3-5. That means they might have a whole lot of guys in the box as they do. They're coming. They flip it outside off the screen. Ross denied the first down, got it to about the 45-yard line. Good sure tackling by Selinsgrove coming over to make that play, and that time it's going to be Teague Hoover, the safety, that makes the tackle for the Seals. Going to bring up a big third down play. Third down at about 2. Football at about, the 46.
Offensive line did not do a bad job of at least slowing up that blitz, giving Kavanaugh a chance to get the ball out there. Kavanaugh is throwing the ball very well in this ball game.
Third down and 2. Yeah, he's got a big upside, too. Not real big, but he's got a great arm. Playing for the All-Stater, they get the first down straight ahead, Nick Barone. And Nick Barone, certainly good having him back after the ankle sprain. Ryan Ahmet comes over to make the tackle. By the way, Quincy Myers, if you're looking for number 5 tonight, he's been sick all week. Justin Van Fleet's club has had 25 guys that have either had injuries or the flu in the last number of weeks. When it rains, it pours at Sock, and then you lose your All-State quarterback Connor Watkins, verbally committed to Villanova, who's going to have to watch these games. They hope to get him back at the end of the year. Going up top. Great throw, Kavanaugh. The catch is made. It's Jaden Chofie as he dives for a first down inside the 15-yard line down to about the 14. I think they're actually going to put it back at the 15. Great throw, over-the-shoulder catch, and great concentration, a 26-yarder to Chofie.
Yep, and again, good job at getting it over top of the defensive players. Didn't throw it short. It would have been intercepted if he would have got it over the top. And Chofie with a good catch in stride takes it down inside the red zone.
Seals have given up their share of big plays, and that's one thing they're trying to prevent tonight. Good hard running up the middle, that time Barone. Good size for Nick Barone. Runs it inside the 15 down to the 13. Ryan Ahmet comes over to make that tackle for Selinsgrove. They're up 7-0. Next week, we will be on the road. It'll be Montoursville at Danville. Could be a couple of 5-1 teams heading into weekend number 7. Second down and 7. Chase Kavanaugh. Tonight, a night honoring his late sister, Callie, who inspired so many. Off the play action. Kavanaugh dumps it. Holler, tight end, 5-yard line, goal line, down to the 1. Nice call again. I like the call that Andy Brown's making down below with Justin Van Fleet's ball club.
Well, I'll tell you what. They're throwing the ball short, Gary. You talked about that last week. They were going long the entire game. And I think that's what right now Selinsgrove's trying to defend against. Selinsgrove's also going after the quarterback, and Kavanaugh is playing a whale of a game tonight. He doesn't show anything short of an experienced player here so far in this ball game.
They've got a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Lone back. Kavanaugh slips it in. Quarterback sneak. Hands do they go up. And boy, they have not said touchdown. Now they do, and Sock is in. A 54-yard drive led by the sophomore Chase Kavanaugh for the touchdown of the quarterback sneak. And Loyal Sock has drawn within 1 at 7-6. That's a great drive, and a lot of great calls that time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, as bad a break as it was to fumble that ball and give Selinsgrove a touchdown, it was countered and answered with that drive for that touchdown. That was a nice drive. Andy Brown, you mentioned him calling the plays, did an excellent job of calling plays in that drive.
Here comes a conversion. Sock. And it's going to be Quinn Dietrich. Kick is up. Kick is good. He's only missed one all year. We're tied at 7-all. Rennie Road Armel Allstate game from Ken Robbins Stadium. Sock 7. Selinsgrove 7. We'll be right back. Jim Moff, Moff & Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff, Moff & Associates, moffandassociates.com. Hey guys, by now you know my favorite place in the entire world, Macetto's Deli, Kenwood Avenue, Old Lycoming. Why do I put on weight? I love the best homemade soup in Central PA, best deli sandwiches, and Monday through Saturday, the amazing breakfast, the omelets, the pancakes, and don't forget about the amazing sausage, gravy, and biscuits here at Macetto's, Old Lycoming Township, Kenwood Avenue. Do I have a feeling that somebody's behind the... What's going... Oh, Tammy, yeah. She's always here at Macetto's. Here comes Brady Dow kicking it back for Sock. He's going to boom it back there. That ball's going to be taken at the 5-yard line. Here comes Schoen. Nate Schoen, the sophomore, dives over the 20, now to about the 22, and the Seals will set up 1st down and 10. We'll get a good look. Dane Armson comes over to make the tackle. Danny Schock, that outstanding freshman quarterback, will get a good look at him coming in. Here's another look at the touchdown again. Just a sneak. They had to wait and look it over, but he was able to sneak it up over the offensive line for the Loyal Sock Lancers. Push on the Seals, and it's a good ball game, 7-7 early. Here comes Selinsgrove to answer on the other end. Danny Schock. He's thrown for 6. He's been picked 6 times. He'll slip it down inside. Look out, that's Kahn. A good run for a 1st down all the way out to the 35-yard line. A gain of about 12, 13 yards. And Dane Armson comes over to make a tackle there. He's playing to that strong safety. 6'4", 175, a junior. And he's been off an injury a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, Sean, Armson is a deep safety. And when your deep safety's making tackles, that's not a good thing.
Here comes Schock. He's got Kahn back there with him. They come to the wing. That's shown. They put him in motion. They're going to give it to Joe Kahn again. Nothing doing. He's wrestled down. Big Carm Barone comes over to make that tackle. And his upside to him, you talk 6'2", 255. A lot of colleges looking at Carmen Barone, who's had an outstanding career for this Loyal Sock Lancer team. Sock trying to play some inspired football after a tough loss last week at Montoursville in a game for the Bridge. 2nd and 11.
Kahn left the field. He looks like he's a little shaken up. I think he'll be back in.
They've got Schoen back there with him now, and he's a good one. Nate Schoen, 5'11", 226, sophomore. Play action. Schock to the outside. That ball is picked. Sock, I believe it will be. Gerald Ross, the interception at the 40. That's big. Made a great move on the defender that time. Christian Kantz was the wide receiver. And they took it right away, and Gerald Ross makes a great play.
Ross locked up on his back pocket. As soon as that ball was thrown, he made a break in front of him. Nice interception. That was a big-time interception. Sock now, again, with good field position. See what they can do. There's the replay. You can see he's right in his hip pocket there when he goes in to make that interception.
So here comes Loyalsock. Golden opportunity, tied at 7 with 2:48 to play here in the first. Gary Crispin and Babe Mayer along with Ben Reichley down in the field. They've got Chofie top of the screen. He had a great catch in that last series. They're going to roll down that line for about a yard. And again, that's Nick Barone in that backfield for this ball club. And let's go down to Ben Reichley. Ben.
Lancers offense, misdirection. Selinsgrove is bringing one or two linebackers in a blitz, either B or C gaps. Loyalsock's countering that with some misdirection that we saw in the touchdown play. Very effective against this type of defense.
Absolutely. Here's Cavanaugh out of the gun again. Lefty's throwing down that sideline again, going up to get it. That ball is caught. What a catch. Chofie again, same play. The juggling act went to his back, held on, and pulled it in for the catch. Big time play. 26 yards again. He's got 2 for 252.
And right now, that blitzing that Ben Reichley was talking about is starting to hurt, because when you're blitzing, you're going to man coverage. You're playing one-on-one to the outside. Selinsgrove doesn't seem to be able to handle Ross and Chofie.
Here comes Cavanaugh. He wears his brother's number, Cole. It was the outstanding 1,000-yard running back a couple of years for Sock, who is at Susquehanna now as he dives ahead to about the 15-yard line. Micaiah Showers comes over to make that tackle. And Cavanaugh, talk about playing one for Cali. He's 7 out of his first 7 for 100 yards and has scored a touchdown. Not a bad start for the young sophomore quarterback, playing in place of the injured All-Stater and Connor Watkins.
It takes time, the experience, it's invaluable. And he has 3 games under his belt right now, as Ben mentioned earlier, and he's looking good.
Second down, 9, out of the gun, off the scramble. Cavanaugh, 15, cuts it up inside the 10 and dives to about the 6-7 yard line. Good play. Again, Cavanaugh, remember, he started the year not only as a backup, but he was playing not only in the secondary, but also as a wide receiver for Loyalsock, with Watkins thrown to him. Third down at about 2. Good run. They're down to the 7 yard line. Sock tied at 7 on the march early. The new Allison Crane and Rigging Field at Ken Robbins Stadium. Barone, freshman back, hard running inside. He's going to get about a yard. And he's going to be, I think he's going to bring up 4th down at about 1. Let's say he's going to be at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be at the very least. At the very least, you're going to bring your kicker out. You want to get points here, and you're bringing Quinn Dietrich back in this ball game. Quinn Dietrich.
You know, that call could have gone either way. You're close enough. No, I'll tell you what, you are a good 2. He may have lost some yards on that. It looks like you're a good 2 yards
they're
away.
saying the line of scrimmage, 4th down at 2. They're going to set it down at the 15. It's going to be a 25-yard field goal for the lead. Dietrich, kick is up. Kick is no good. Wide left. That's tough. And that will be it. That is the end of the first quarter. Ken Robbins Stadium. Rennie Road Armel Allstate game. Good one. We're tied at 7 between the Lancers and the Seals. Rennie Road Armel Allstate Insurance. Rennie, congratulations. 40 years and, boy, no end in sight. You're not retiring. You love what you do.
Oh, exactly. And taking care of the customer and being there in their time of need is the most important thing about this business. We are available to customers 24/7. Everybody has our home, our office, and our cell numbers. We never refuse to take a call or take care of people when they need it.
Rennie Road Armel Allstate Insurance.
When it comes to cars, there are so many options. But when it comes to people, there's only one dealership you can trust. Fairfield Auto Group is that dealership, the one that understands you. We aren't just a dealership. We are a part of your community, We are your neighbors. Fairfield, you're gonna love us.
Good ball game here at Loyalsock. Gary Crispin, Bay Bear, Ben Reichley. Cable Sports, our 32nd season. Doing our high school game of the week, the Rainy Road Harmel All-State game. Fairfield for Fair Deals halftime show coming up. We'll also have our Harder scoreboard of other games around the area coming up at halftime. We're tied at 7, 2-2-3 teams. This was a marquee game a few weeks ago. They've lost some people. And they also had a pretty brutal schedule coming in. This is a big game for both, with certainly playoff implications when you talk about getting momentum toward the end of the year. Going to cut back. Kahn was stopped, cuts it back inside, and dives ahead for about 3-4 yards. And that's right, Simone Melito comes over for the linebacker spot to make the tackle for the Loyalsock Lancers. So here comes Selinsgrove, trying to put together a drive. A tough miss a moment ago and a missed 25-yard field goal by Quinn Dietrich, who pulled it wide left. But Sock on a couple of nice plays, and Kavanaugh has started 7 out of his first 7 for 100 yards in the game. Here's now the freshman QB, Danny Schock. They go jet sweep outside. That's Josh Nyland. Good run for a first down and more. Diving over the 30. And out to about the 33-yard line. Sock coming over to help out and make that tackle again. And it's going to be Makai Henriquez, who had a pickoff against Matursville last week. Comes over to make the stop, and it's a first down. Selinsgrove trying to establish the run, but they've been a little bit more balanced than when they had Logan Leiby the last 4 years, who broke all District 4 records, and he's now at Bloom. Seals with first down and 10. They've got double wideouts near side. Schock slips it again to Kahn. Good piece of running, breaks the tackle, dives ahead, and again gets something out of not much. And Simone Melito, the linebacker, comes over to make the tackle for the Loyalsock Lancers.
All right, Lancers right now need a big play. They need a stop for a minimal gain or whatever, make it a 3rd and long, and try to get out of this and break the momentum. You got some momentum going in this drive with the running game, and you're right, Gary. They would like to establish the running game, pass off the run. That's Selinsgrove.
Keep an eye, number 11, Ben Swineford is to this near side. He's got 23 catches in the season coming in. They're looking that way. They come back underneath Nyland, who's set up in the slot. That catching a first down out to the 45-yard line and starting to come back with a short passing game. Aiden Gare comes over to make the tackle, who's playing that linebacker spot.
That was a nice throw. He had to reel that ball in there. He had a defender on both sides of him. The man was open, and he got it in there nice and tough on a rope and picked up the first down.
Yeah, I remember seeing Logan Leiby, I think, in one of his very first games. And he started the first time, his 5th game of the season. This guy has been the starter as a 9th grader from the outset for the Seals. First down and 10, Seals tied at 7. Out of the gun, they're going to slip it again to Joe Kahn. He's going to get hit, bounces off to the 45. Diving to the 47-yard line. Good outside pursuit that time by Jaden Shofi. Good job running him down. And it looked like he was going to, good tackle. Looked like he was going to turn that into more.
Yep, I'll tell you what, that was a nice tackle. Got him right at the hips, broke his hips down, and took him down for about a 3-yard gain. And you're right, Gary. I thought that may break.
Joe Kahn's going to be playing for the Dickinson Red Devils down in Carlisle next year. Here come the Seals. 2nd down and 7. Just outside midfield of the 48. Schock. Pressure coming over the middle. Great catch. Nyland pulls it in. 40, 35, and run out of bounds. And now the Seals starting to get that passing game going, and Josh Nyland is out to a big-time start for number 7 early in this ball game. Not a bad start all the way around for Nyland. A 19-yard grab. Nyland's having a good start. Henriquez makes the tackle. He's caught 4 for 32 yards already in the ballgame.
Well, I'll tell you, Ray, that was a great pass. They brought both linebackers. That opened up the under coverage. The man came across the field into that open area, caught the pass, and had a good yards after the catch.
First down and 10, football at the 33-yard line. Seals on the march, putting it on the hip, running the football. Diving over the 30 to the 28 and then belted back.
Fumble.
And that ball did come back. Eli Holler, but are they going to call that a fumble or not? Let's look and see.
No, I think they
didn't react. I think that, or was that play blown dead? It's going to be a sock ball.
They're talking about it, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a Loyal Sock ball. The ball came loose off the run that time by Shock. Eli Holler picks it up, and that ball popped right into his arms, and Holler recovers. Let's get a better look at it this time.
Yeah, I thought maybe his knee was down when he dropped the ball, but
that ball on the ground, Holler picks it up, and Holler the recovery, and Sock again getting the football back. So here we go.
Okay, that was a stop. That was a big play. That's what you need. Let's see what Sock can put together here.
Chase Cavanaugh, big start for the sophomore, 5'8", 155, 7 out of 7 in 100 yards passing in this ball game. We're tied at 7. Play action, dumping it out here. Nice pull away catch. Eli Holler, the tight end, out over the 40 and down to the 41-42 yard line. Teague Hoover comes over to make the tackle from his free safety spot for the Seals. And Cavanaugh, 8 out of 8 to start this ball game. Tonight they're honoring his late sister, Callie, whose spirit is among us all here at Loyal Sox. She inspired a whole lot of people as they have done not only a tribute to her, but a night with awareness to pediatric cancer. And she was a big part of certainly helping that cause the last couple of years. Big night for youth sports here. And all the youth cheerleaders and teams are here tonight at Loyal Sox. Back to pass, Cavanaugh. Puts it up, going up for it again. Chofie, another great catch. He's had 3 big catches tonight. Cavanaugh starting fast is 9 for 9, and Chofie's 3rd big catch of the night, a 30-yarder.
That ball slipped on Cavanaugh a little bit. It wobbled through the air, but he got good distance on it. Chofie did a great job of going up and bringing it down. It was who got up the highest. Chofie, another basketball player, got up, got the ball, and came down. Chofie plays basketball at Newman.
Yep, that's right. They've got Ross this side. He's the dangerous one along with Chofie. Top of the screen. They're going to Ross in the slant. That time incomplete, a little bit low. Gerald was there. It was a little underthrown, and now he's 9 out of 10. Not a bad start for Chase Cavanaugh. Sock trying to come down and take the lead. Remember, they tried for the lead, but it was Dietrich that missed a 25-yard field goal. But Sock, couple of takeaways, the fumble recovery, and a pick earlier in this first half by Gerald Ross.
And that was wide open.
That could have been one. Job Shore is going to come back in. And Ben Reichley down below. That was 6 points potentially.
I couldn't tell if that was a slant or a post pattern. He got down there a little deep and maybe threw the quarterback off.
Cavanaugh off the pump fake. On the run, throws to the outside. Great catch and great throw. That time coming over to make the play, Brock Brown, number 13. That'll be Brock Brown making the catch, 5'9", 145. He's a senior, and he's a backup guy that's rotated in and giving them some great minutes for this Loyal Sock Lancer offense. When they're running off full guns, you bring him in, and we're going to take a timeout. 7:37 to play until halftime. Sock in the march. We're tied at 7. Dolly's Diner behind Rita's Italian Ice just off the Golden Strip is Loyal Sox Answer to Cheers, where everyone knows your name. For the best in home-style breakfast and lunch, 7 days a week, 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Dolly's Diner, homemade breakfast, homemade lunches here in Loyal Sock Township. And where any food worth eating a lot of.
Dolly's Diner behind Rita's just off the Golden Strip. Here comes Loyal Sox, 7-7. We're tied. Lancers on the march again. Coming up short, missed field goal the last time. Double wides this side. Top of the screen, Chofie's had 3 acrobatic catches. Gone for Chofie. Fade, corner, touchdown, great throw, Cavanaugh backing up, and he came in, and he's in for the touchdown. Big play by Jaden Chofie. And is there a flag? There is going to be a flag.
That was pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, that's good. That should count. Yeah. Ben, you had a good look down below, but again, what a start for Cavanaugh. What a start for Jaden Chofie.
Oh, absolutely right. And one thing they're looking at the matchup. And Selinsgrove's putting a 5'8" cornerback over there, and Chofie's a basketball player, can jump out the gym, let alone out jump on the football field. So it looks like they're looking at matchups, and they're going for those fade patterns.
Yeah, that's a great call and a great catch.
And you know what it amounts to is that Selinsgrove has put a lot onto the blitz game, thinking they were going to put pressure on Cavanaugh.
That's offensive.
Yeah, there's got to be an offensive pass interference. It's going to be a push off by Chofie, and that brings it all the way back here.
Wow!
And that is big.
I didn't see that.
Boy, I'll tell you, it brings it all the way back to the 32-yard line. That might be something, Mike, if we get another chance to see it. And boy, that's tough. And that's a tough one there. He was backed up, but did he push off? Here's another look. Let's see if we can see it. That was going to be 6 points. That's hard. They threw that down there. Call. That looks like a bad call.
Yeah, there was no push off. He was turning. He was playing the ball. And when you're playing the ball, you have a right to it just like anybody else does. And that should have been a non-call.
Cavanaugh, screen. Hook and ladder to the outside. Got him to the 30. Didn't get the big play they wanted. I like the call. And, of course, Aiden Gare off that little pitch. Got it to the 30-yard line. Tried to get a big play back. Ben Swineford comes over to make the tackle. Try to get that little hook and ladder play and try to get him to the outside. Let's go down to Ben, and Ben, let's say, what did you see down below there?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a penalty against Selinsgrove. I'm going to guess it might be a 15-yarder. They're going to mark it off. And you know what? In the old days, you could say that might be one of those calls that the last one didn't go too good, so they made this one work out.
I'm telling you, that last one. That was a touchdown.
Unless they score here, that last one really hurt. And I don't know how a man can be called for pass interference when he's going backwards.
For the ball and try to get position with the guy kind of draped on him.
And I thought the man had wrapped him up before the ball got there, and I thought that's what the call was.
Here comes Cavanaugh again. They've got a first down, first and goal. They've got the football here at about the 15. First down and 10 at the 15-yard line. And now Andy Brown wants to talk to the offensive troops. We'll take time. 7:14 to play till halftime. Sock on the march. They're tied at 7. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week. BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove. Back, Ken Robbins Stadium. Sock on the march. Football at about the 15-yard line. Out of the gun. Cavanaugh on the roll right. Pressure coming. Eludes the rush. And then a great play by Nate Schoen. Not only got the move on the man, but as he tried to slip him, he was able to turn and get the ankle and pull him down. It looked like Chase is going to get around him.
Now they tried a flood pattern to this side. They had 3 receivers, 1 short, 1 medium, 1 deep. They were really too close together. They weren't sharp patterns, and he had no one to go to.
Second down and about 12. Football at the 19-yard line. And a real tough call against Sock and what was a touchdown pass. They're going for the corner. Gerald Ross goes up and gets it. Did he get the foot down? No. They say he's out of bounds. That time, nice touch that time. Couple people on him. And there's a guy a premier receiver here in Central PA. He and Chofie, you talk about, Chofie's caught 3 for 82. It should be 4 for 99. But that one was taken away, and what we feel was a bad call.
Well, he threw the back shoulder throw, which he had to because there was a defender there, and it just had him up in the air right on the goal, right on the out-of-bounds line, and the player hit him, knocked him out of bounds, and that was it.
Tied at 7, 3rd down and 12. Kavanaugh 11 out of 13. It is first 9 tonight. Back to pass, thrown in a crowd. This time it's picked, and it's coming back this way. With the football, making that move to the 30, 25, and it's returned by Josh Nyland, and that will break your back. Boy, you talk about stepping in and seeing it all the way, and that's a big-time return of 90-plus yards. We'll see it and see if we get a mark on it, but that time he was inside that 5-yard line. He's going to bring it back 96, 97 yards for a touchdown. That time, Josh Nyland on the pick. And boy, I'll tell you, Sauk was on the verge, and now they're down 13-7. And they had that big touchdown that was called back. Really looms large in this game, man.
Well, you know,
there it is again.
There it is. Now.
Yeah, that's going to be about the 6. It's going to be about a 94-yard return. So it will be the 6-yard line. 94-yard interception return by Josh Nyland of Selinsgrove.
Now, in that play, it's tough to say who was wrong there, the quarterback or the receiver. But the bottom line was they weren't on the same page, the two of them.
That time, yeah, he was well covered that time, but a good job. And Nyland's had a big night, not only catching the football, but a big-time pick of 94 yards. And now 13-7. And Kyle Rule is a good one. He has not missed all year. He's 13 out of 13 in the season. Stepping in here, Sauk has missed a field goal tonight, and they've also had a touchdown called back. And what I think most of the people in the stadium feel that should have been 6 points. But a big play by Nyland.
They declined that penalty. They're going to kick, and when you kick, you want the ball where it's always at when you kick, and that's where you practice. That's where you have your best shot.
Kyle Rule's conversion is up and good. We'll take time. 6:15 to play at halftime. Rennie Road Armel Allstate game. The Seals on top of the Lancers, 14-7. Rennie Road Armel Allstate Insurance welcomes Owen Olszewski, the newest agent here. And Owen, your background is life insurance. Tell me why life insurance is so important for people to have.
Life insurance is the most important insurance that you can have. It's important because it's not for you, it's for the loved ones that you leave behind. So I recommend that everybody has some type of life insurance.
It's about protection. I tell you what, call Owen Olszewski today. Rennie Road Armel Allstate. When it comes to great food, great fun, great sports, you've got to make it to Rival Sports Bar and Grill on River Avenue, known for their famous California wood-fired pizza.
Rivals, a great atmosphere and a great place to watch your favorite football teams and the best wings in town.
We love Rivals, California wood-fired pizza, wraps and wings, the best in Williamsburg.
Best steak salad and wings in town.
Rivals, River Avenue. Here comes Kyle Rule kicking it back. Short kick. Here comes Job Shore with the football on the return. Just shy of the 30. He's going to bring it back to about the 29-yard line. And they will set up first down and 10. Boy, that takes a little wind out of you. When you drive the football, you force 2 turnovers. You've got great field position. And, well, it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. Game of the week brought to you in part by Biters. And Biters Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance. Big part of our town for 52 years. And, boy, I tell you, they've got the biggest selection around of great furniture. We know that bedding section is great. I got that great Simmons Beauty Rest Platinum Pillow Top Firm that is as good as you're going to get. You've got to get in there and see Joe Biter on that. And, of course, Eric and the gang covered that great appliance section. So see them all, Matt Bauer and all the game, Janice Hiller, everybody at Biters Furniture, Mattress, Appliance out there at Route 15, Montgomery Pike, South Side. They slip the draw to Aiden Gare. And Gare runs it out to about the 35-yard line. For the most part, they've run him at what they call A-back, that kind of wing back. And they run in misdirection with him. Ament comes over to make the tackle. But Gare, when they go to tailback, they're going to bring Schuer in. He'll be the guy to play the wing. But for the most part tonight, they've gone with Nick Barone at that tailback spot back there in the gun with Kavanaugh. He's back there again right now. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Kavanaugh steps up. He's going to scramble for the first down over the 40. Good scramble by Chase Kavanaugh to the 41-yard line and a first down Sauk.
And the Sauk's offensive line starting to get the feel of the blitzing packages that Selinsgrove brings into this game. And they're starting to pick it up, giving him some time. That time it opened up down the middle, and he took off. Nice first down run. Loyal Sauk needs something good to happen.
Here comes Kavanaugh, first down at 10 on the march. 41, pressure coming off the blitz. He goes down. Good, solid play that time. And Nick Schaefer coming off that blitz. And a great big move. And a good play right there. 6'1", 211, and another junior on this team. Derek Hicks bringing a lot of guys back.
You know, a true slant into the linebacker area, particularly to the wide side of the field, I think is going to be a good play because they seem to be blitzing off the edge right now, not up the middle as much as they were before.
Coming out of the gun, Kavanaugh again. Going to flip it. Little jet sweep look that time. Aiden Guerin, not much. And he's going to be wrapped up. Good defensive play. Coy Bastian comes over, number 8, to make the tackle. Bastian is an outside linebacker and another young guy. Derek Hicks, good guy. Derek is always very helpful getting ready. Anytime we do a game with the Seals, they've got a great stadium down there. Last time we were at Selinsgrove, we were doing the Millionaire State College playoff game, but they have improved that field and continue to add more on both sides of the field, stadium-wise and press box-wise, but a great place to do a ball game. They're down 15. Bad snap. Kavanaugh better. He's going to try to scramble out of there and nothing doing. Good penetration. Blaze Siders is a guy that wrapped him up. And a bad snap, and all of a sudden things are going south for the Lancers, who had momentum in this ball game. They just got to settle down right now.
Well, you know, and they lost their swagger. That interception return just kind of took the air out of their bubble. And you know, I think that they have to regroup. Coaches did a great job of getting these guys' heads into this game up until that breakdown, and they got to bring them back.
Here comes Gare. 2 dangerous guys back there, and what a punt by Aiden Gare. And turning and falling is that time to Joe Kahn. Hit it way over his head. A great punt. He was back there with Nyland.
And, you know, one of the things that caused that was Darian Williams, once again, great run downfield on the coverage. He forced the man to turn and try to make a reverse, and the man goes down.
That was big. 46-yard punt. A big punt for Gare over the head of Kahn, and then could not get momentum, slipped and fell. Game of the week brought to you by AAA, the most trusted name in travel. Boy, they are your cruise connections. Still have some room for you. Our Viking River Cruise on KISS FM with the Crispin Show. Coming up next July, it's the Danube Waltz from Budapest all the way through Austria, 5 different countries. We end up in Munich. Going to be a fantastic cruise. Check with AAA, 323-8431. They are Central PA's most trusted name in travel. Seals now feel a little bit better, and a good run of nearly 10 yards by Kahn as they come out in the I formation that time for the first time tonight. Eli Holler comes out to make a saving tackle. The big play of this ball game was the pass interception. Kavanaugh was throwing the football so well, had Selinsgrove back in their heels, and Josh Nyland picked it off at the 6, ran it 94 yards for the lead at 14-7, 2nd and 1. You've got Schoen the up back. That's Kahn again off that right side, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and a good, boy, I'd say that's why he's their impact guy, and it takes half the Loyal Sock team to bring him down. That's impressive. Joe Kahn headed to Dickinson to play for the Red Devils next year in Carlisle. 6 foot 194 and a senior.
Good tough runner. Runs low to the ground, has a lot of leverage by being low, and isn't afraid of contact.
Wide outs left and right. Shock. Good dose of Kahn again. And Joe Kahn for a first down run. 11 to maybe 12 yards to the 40 into Loyal Sock territory, and the linebacker Simone Melito comes over to make that tackle. So,
all right, they're going with a quick play.
Loyal Sock's going to call time defensively, and we'll take time with 2:15 till halftime. It's 14-7 Selinsgrove over the Lancers. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
Why, the name is Furlinger, Bud Furlinger. River Valley Transit's original driver, date back to 1933. This baby goes back to 62. Sort of reminds me of my third wife, Shirley. You can see it here at the Peter Hurdig Transportation Museum. You know, we've come a long way, but we still have the lowest discounted fares in the state. We cover the region from Jersey Shore to Hughesville. This is the new Church Street Transportation Center. And this baby is our new hybrid bus. River Valley Transit, dedicated to get you there.
Back to live action. Selinsgrove on that first down run to about the 40-yard line after the timeout. They're not going to get much. Back to about the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. And Bam Bam Brema comes over to make the tackle. 14-7 our score, Seals. And it's been a good, exciting first half of this ball game. Minute 51 to play till halftime. Shock staying on the ground. There's Joe Kahn again. Out to the outside 20. Spins inside, breaks a tackle, and inside the 10, down to the 8. Good piece of running that time. Melito again has to come all the way across the field and make the tackle from his linebacker spot. And now the Seals trying to go up 2 before halftime, and right now running the ball is doing pretty well for them.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Offensive line's coming off the ball well.
Now they're coming to basic football, and of course they come right out of that eye.
And that's Selinsgrove's game. It's always been their game.
Kahn again on a good spin move, runs through a tackle, gets to the goal line, touchdown. Big time play. Joe Kahn, sheer second and third effort on the spin from 10 yards away. And now the Seals are up 20-7 in this ball game. And boy, do you talk about how this game changed around. Loyal Sock, what we felt was not a good call, and what they said was offensive pass interference. We don't know how that could be. They take that off the board, and Sock on that drive gets picked 94 yards back. And now the Seals just get some great blocking up front, and Joe Kahn gets in for the touchdown.
Well, a late flag goes up in the air. I think it's going to be on sportsmanlike conduct, possibly against Loyal Sock.
Yeah, let's take a look at it down here, babe.
Yes, it is. That's on sportsmanlike conduct against Loyal Sock. That'll be marked off on the kickoff. And things are going backwards right now for Loyal Sock, because that's going to give some really poor field position for them on the cover.
Yeah, we've got 1:29 left in this first half of the ball game. Next week we're going to be in Danville. The Warriors of Montoursville at Danville. Very good chance both will be 5-1 going into that game. Here comes Rule. He's a good one. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Will take time. Minute 29 till halftime. Breathing room for the Seals. Selinsgrove 21, Loyal Sock 7. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week.
Roach Financial has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear. Stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves on our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, members serving members for 75 years. Well, that penalty is going to be on the kickoff. And what was a 67-yard drive. And Selinsgrove kept it on the ground, ran hard. These came out of a straight eye. And Joe Kahn, a great piece of running for Joe Kahn in this football game. 12 carries, 91 yards, and that 10-yard touchdown. And boy, when it rains, it pours. Sock on the squib, and they kick it out of bounds and lose some more yardage. And right now, you're almost wanting to get to the locker room and get back to what they were doing because they were playing so well, and a couple plays went against them. Here's a look at great second and third effort by Joe Kahn, their impact player.
Now watch the lead block. Lead blocker does a great job. Kahn has that spin move down pat, and he just dives into the end zone. But what happened afterwards is what concerns me more than that touchdown, and that is that Loyal Sox started to become unraveled a little bit. They got a unsportsmanlike conduct call, which put them in a hole right now. They're on the 13-yard line. Minute 27 to go. Get out of here, get in the locker room, and regroup.
All right, 21-7. Our score, there's Chase Cavanaugh. He got out. Great start. He had his first 9 passes tonight. He was 9 for 9. They slipped the draw to Nick Barone for a first down run and runs it out to about the 25-yard line. Gain of about 11, maybe 12 yards. Joe Kahn, who else comes over to make the tackle? Joe Kahn defensively has been tough. He's a great player on both sides of the ball. And Kahn, of course, 6 foot 194, the outside linebacker. Came in here with about 30 tackles on the season. One of their top tacklers for the Seals after their first 5 games.
I'll tell you what, Barone did a great job of hanging onto the ball. He took a couple shots on that run.
They go jet sweep. Gerald Ross trying to get him to the outside, and they string it out. Didn't fool anybody. Ment and Nyland come over to make the tackle. And boy, I'll tell you right now, the Seals starting to get a little momentum as we head to halftime with 47 seconds left until halftime.
Well, Sox doesn't want to hurry too much. They don't want to leave any time on the clock if they have to punt this ball. Yeah,
you're right about that. 29 seconds, taking their time.
They have a timeout they could still take, so they're maybe going to run the clock down and then take the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to run it down to 7, and now play clock down to 3. And now they take the timeout with a second to go, 12 seconds. And we will keep it right here. Thanks some of the sponsors. Rennie Road Armel All-State game, 21-7 Seals. And we mentioned next week the Townsville Warriors will be at Danville. Big ball game. Ken Sawyer will be in for me with Bay Bear next week at Danville for what should be a great football game. Game of the week brought to you by Rennie Road Armel All-State. Number 1 in Pennsylvania, top 10 of the nation. Rennie's been at it 40 years and gone strong, a great staff. And, you know, it's all about friendship with his customers and clients and all about great service. That's what makes them number 1.
I'll tell you what, I've been with Rennie for 40 years, and I've had some great experiences during that time. I know you have a lot of insurance with him. Just a great guy and a great place to go.
Game of the week also brought to you by the place that pays my bills, Kiss FM and Crispin Show. Tomorrow, of course, we're going to have some fun with our Best Of show tomorrow morning. And then, of course, the Extreme Kitchen Makeover gets underway Monday. You can get in to win this weekend and get in entered early. And, of course, tomorrow night we'll be at Beaver Stadium, Penn State football. 6 o'clock pregame kickoff at 7:30 on KISS 102.7. The home of the Penn State Nittany Lions. They're going to keep it on the ground, run that clock.
Now, Selinsgrove has 2 timeouts.
That should do it.
They're not going to take him.
Aiden Gare is going to be hit by Nate Schoen, and that is it. That is the end of the first half of this ball game. We're going to go down to Ben Reichley, and Ben's going to get a chance to maybe go down and talk to Derek Hicks coming off. And impressive finish for Selinsgrove. It was in a tight ball game to start this game. And Ben, who's a former Seal himself, and then played at Juniata, he's out there right now, walking over to talk to Derek Hicks. And an impressive second half and 2 defensive touchdowns down to you, Ben.
Coach, your defense has scored twice, your offense once, but it looks like Loyalsock has had your number a little bit, but you've made those adjustments, and certainly things turned around that late second quarter.
Yeah, they did a nice job early, had a great game plan passing the football, and their quarterback executed well. A couple coverage adjustments, and to the secondary for hanging in there and made a couple big plays.
And I know with the Selinsgrove 3-5-4-4, whatever you want to call it, defense, you're looking to put pressure on. Early on, they picked up that pressure, but you stayed with it, and then it showed results.
Yeah, again, just a matter of tweaking some blitzes, some fronts, and finding a way to get to the quarterback.
And it looks like Joe Kahn has come to play tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Joe's running hard, and I'll tell you what, we challenged our O-line this week to kind of mash a little bit after the Berwick game, and on that last drive there, they did a nice job.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck the second half.
Thank you.
And I will say this, Loyalsock has a good offensive scheme. It's, again, let's say it wasn't a bad call, just wasn't a good call on that interference play down there. That was a touchdown, a couple drop balls. But Loyalsock is right there. And, going in at halftime, I'm not sure what Coach Van Fleet and his staff wanted to change. They just need to execute.
Yeah, you're right. You had a bad break on that call, Ben, and you can't, you miss also a 25-yard field goal. You had 2 takeaways of your own, but Selinsgrove made the plays at the end, a 94-yard return that will be our River Valley Transit big play of a pickoff by Nyland. And then a good run down here by Joe Kahn, and they lead by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. Coming up, the Fairfield Auto Group halftime show, the Biter scoreboard show, and more. We'll be right back from Loyalsock, 21-7, Seals. Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance, 40 years in the business, Rennie. It's flown by, and you still love what you do. Congratulations.
Exactly. The key for me is I enjoy my job. I'm thankful for all the clients we've had. I'm thankful for people we've been helped through many terrible circumstances, from fires to floods to death in the family. It's different than a lot of jobs. You become part of the family. You're there when people need you.
Rennie Road Armor, Allstate Insurance. Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance, Route 15, South Side. Hey, Rainbow Carpet has great savings right now on cash and carry pricing. They're slashing pricing up to 40% off all uninstalled product, like their great hardwood, ceramic tile, vinyl click flooring, and more. Like Lazio tile, great selection for backsplashes and more. And all the wood products, including the wide wood that everybody's talking about. Our expert installers can give you the basics so you can install it yourself to save money. Rainbow Carpet, Williamsport. Dolly's Diner behind Rita's Italian Ice, just off the Golden Strip, is Loyalsock's answer to cheers, where everyone knows your name. For the best in home-style breakfast and lunch, 7 days a week, 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Dolly's Diner, homemade breakfast, homemade lunches here in Loyalsock Township. And where any food worth eating a lot of.
Dolly's Diner behind Rita's, just off the Golden Strip.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
We are back. Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show. Gary Crispin and Bay Bear. And you start talking about this first start of this ball game. Well, Loyalsock hung tough. Great performance by the Seals band back here. Can't hear you. 21-7 is our score here in this first half of the ball game. And really impressive second period for the Seals.
Well, you know, Loyalsock was in the game, had a nice swagger to him in the first quarter, halfway through that second quarter. And I thought, boy, this team seems to have put it together. Kudos to the coaching staff, and then they threw an interception, and he returned it 90-some yards for a touchdown, and it's like the bubble burst. Yep. And they got to pull that back together. They're in there at halftime right now. They got to remember what it was like at the beginning of the game.
All right, let's talk Price Optical Athlete of the Week. And our Price Optical Athlete this week, let's take you back. And it's Joe Fagnano, Williamsport, a week ago at Crestwood. He was 11 out of 16, 212. And Joe, certainly premier player, hasn't had the blocking he's had in the past, but you see what this guy can do. He's a D1 guy.
Well, that's Fagnano, who I thought it was Potts for a minute. He has his good feet getting out of it. Good ball player, great ball player.
Yeah, here's another look at Joe Fagnano, Price Optical Athlete of the Week. And there's a great play, and a great play to Marcus Simmons. Hats off to Joe Fagnano. He is our Price Optical Athlete of the Week. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll talk more. It is a 21-7 ball game. Selinsgrove leading this Loyalsock Lancer team. Seals band is having fun down below. They're the best band we've seen. We'll be back. Don't go away. Hey guys, we're back here in Lewisburg. It's the Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show. Gary Crispin with Rick Quigley, Denny Spots. What a location, Rick. I know of all these locations, you're really proud of this one.
Love this one, Denny. It's a brand new, great facility. Everything's brand new here, right on 15. Great location with over 400 cars in stock.
Yeah, you're talking about a huge selection, Denny. Cadillac continues to evolve and be very hot as it evolves even younger and sportier, and what a lineup of caddies.
Yeah, the Cadillac line has really come around in the last few years with being a premier luxury brand. The technology, the features that they put in these things are amazing. We've got new models coming out every 6 months for the next few years. And
what about the car that drives itself? Which one is that? I know you're going to get me in that car.
Yes, a CT6 will actually drive itself down the highway hands-free.
Wow.
And it's pretty amazing.
Great experience.
Yeah, I imagine. And the Escalade is always big. And, of course, you talk about Chevy. You've got a great lineup of Chevys right here in the showroom. Talk about sporty, hot cars.
From Camaros to Silverados, Equinox, Tahoes, we have everything, and we have a huge selection. The 18s are going fast.
And, of course, the 19s, they're here. Check it out, Fairfield Chevy Cadillac. Rick, you know, Silverado, a huge seller, and you got to talk about service. That's something you're most proud of. Service is what you guys do best.
That's our top priority, and we have services number one here, and we will continue to be that, along with our best pricing.
Absolutely. Check it out. Fairfield for fair deals. Fairfield Chevy Cadillac, Route 15, Lewisburg, PA. We're back with more halftime right after this. Hey guys, by now you know my favorite place in the entire world, Macetto's Deli, Kenwood Avenue, Old Lycoming. Why do I put on weight? I love the best homemade soup in Central PA, best deli sandwiches, and Monday through Saturday, the amazing breakfast, the omelets, the pancakes, and don't forget about the amazing sausage, gravy, and biscuits here at Macetto's, Old Lycoming Township, Kenwood Avenue. Do I have a feeling that somebody's behind it? What's going? Oh, Tammy, yeah. She's always here at Macetto's. You know, local families have been going to Dr. David Raymore for more than 30 years in the greater Williamsport area. And now many of the kids are grown and married, and their kids are going to see Dr. David Raymore and his great staff. See, they put smiles in the faces of parents and grandparents and all the kids for years. They specialize in general and cosmetic dentistry with 3 licensed dental hygienists on staff. And now they're accepting new patients. Dr. David Raymore, General Dentistry, 1033 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport.
Roach Financial has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear: stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
Why, the name is Furlinger, Bud Furlinger. River Valley Transit's original driver, date back to 1933. This baby goes back to 62. Sort of reminds me of my third wife, Shirley. You can see it here at the Peter Hurdig Transportation Museum. You know, we've come a long way, but we still have the lowest discounted fares in the state. We cover the region from Jersey Shore to Hughesville. This is the new Church Street Transportation Center. And this baby is our new hybrid bus. River Valley Transit, dedicated to get you there.
And we're back. Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show 21-7. An amazing performance down below by the Selinsgrove Seals marching band. We've seen them over the years. That is one heck of a halftime. Well, it was a great second period for Selinsgrove. They're up in this ball game 21-7. Let's take a look at a River Valley Transit big play. This turned it around after Sock thought they had a touchdown. We did too. Not sure it was a great call. A touchdown pass taken away from Jofi and a pass from Cavanaugh. What a great start in that same drive. Cavanaugh over the middle throws. Josh Nyland's going to pick it off. Big play.
Nice throw. He's about on the 6-yard line, so it'll be a 94-yard run. And I mean, he just has field in front of him. A couple good blocks. I'm not even sure they were necessary. He's in the end zone.
Yeah, that's big. Maybe you talk about this half. Loyalsock has outgained this team 169-114. A great start, 9 of the first 9 for the sophomore in Cavanaugh. Is 11 out of 14, 152 with that big pick and the touchdown that did not count. On the other hand, Joe Kahn, 12 carries, 91 yards. This ball club has scored 2 defensive touchdowns outside of the run by Kahn at the end of the half. They scored on a fumble recovery by Swineford early, a ball that ended up being run back 32 yards, and the pick you saw a moment ago. Other than that, Loyalsock might have had the lead. They also missed a 30-yard field goal, so couple of what-ifs for the Lancers, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second half of the game. We'll talk about that in a moment. Let's talk about our Harders scoreboard show at halftime. Babe Bear, I hate to say it, I hear that Trey Potts may have an injury and left the game, maybe a knee injury. That's tough. 13-7, Williamsport over Scranton. Townsville 24-6 over Milton. Southern 40-6 over Southside. This is all right around the half. Hughesville over Warrior Run 21-7. Shore over Shamokin 22-6. We have no score between Canton and Muncie. I don't think we've been able to get a score there. And Montgomery losing to Pottsville Nativity 14-9. All right, those are the harder scores that we have. 21-7 here. All right, what does Justin Van Fleet need to tell his club in the second half?
Well, they're going to kick off in the second half, so he's got to get that defensive ready to come out, get that swagger back, make a stop, get them the ball back, and hope some good things happen in the second half that didn't happen in the first half.
21-7 our score. This has been the Fairfield Auto Group, Fairfield for Fair Deals halftime show. Seals on top of the Lancers, 21-7. We'll be right back. Hey guys, back here at Biters, it all started with appliances. 1966, grandfathers selling appliances from the garage many years ago, and now you've evolved bigger and better than ever. And Eric Biter, I'm telling you, tell me what is hot this year.
Right now it's color. In the appliance industry, you're going to see colors like slate, and behind us we've got some black stainless, one of the hottest colors that's out right now.
You've got a tag up here. Show me what that means, because I think it means you've got the lowest prices when it comes to appliances.
That's right. On these tags go out, they scrape our website and our competitors' website, so we know that we're priced right for all the product that we have on our floor.
Absolutely. So many great things that you have. All right. Tell me more about how you can get an item that maybe you don't have right now. You can turn it around, get it pretty quickly, right?
We can. We have access to a distribution center in Harrisburg with $29 million worth of inventory. If they have it in stock, we'll have it within 24 hours.
Everything under the sun, and a great display that you have right here. Let's talk about this. Fantastic.
This is GE's hot color right now, the black stainless. This is the most popular color that we have on our floor.
Lowest pricing, best selection, Biters since 1966. Eric, thanks.
Thank you, Gary.
Biters Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance, South Williamsport. Check them out today. Jim Moff, Moff & Associates. You've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff, Moff & Associates, moffandassociates.com. Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years. When it comes to great food, great fun, great sports, you've got to make it to Rival Sports Bar and Grill on River Avenue, known for their famous California wood-fired pizza.
Rivals, a great atmosphere and a great place to watch your favorite football team and the best wings in town.
We love Rivals, California wood-fired pizza, wraps, and wings. The best in Williamsport.
Best steak salad and wings in town.
Rivals, River Avenue.
I've had an interest in reptiles and amphibians since I was 11 or 12 years old. And so when I came out of the military in 1964, I began to build Reptiland. And with the help of family and friends and employees, the zoo has continued to grow ever since. Sure, a lot of things have changed in 53 years, but one thing has never changed. The smiles. Welcome to Reptiland.
Kiss 1027, the 80s to now.
It is a 21-7 lead, Selinsgrove. Let's go down to Ben Reichley with SOC coach Justin Van Fleet.
Coach, it looked like we just talked here, everything but the scoreboard, and your offense played very well in that first half.
Our kids are playing well. They're playing hard. We just have to stay together, control what we can control, and continue to play for the next play. The big key is being positive with one another, being positive about the outcomes of the plays, and anticipate success.
You have a young quarterback who's really maturing in a positive way.
Chase is coming a long way every day, and he's improving, so that's what we're looking for.
Thanks for your time, Coach. And that's going to be a key. I think what Kavanaugh goes in the second half will be what Loyal Sock can do.
Yeah, I think you're right. They had success. They were getting a little bit of a mismatch. Jaden Schofi caught 3 for 82 yards. And it would have been 4 for 99, but they called offensive interference, and up here it didn't look like it. And that turned the complexion of the ball game around. A few plays later, Kavanaugh is picked over the middle. Sock had them back in their heels. And Josh Nyland goes 94 yards to turn the game around 14-7. Swineford, earlier, Ben Swineford, a 32-yard return of a fumble recovery. 2 defensive touchdowns, and then they played old-fashioned football, go to the eye, and Derek Hicks' team just buckled the chin strap, and they played hard-nosed football, ran off that offensive line, doing a great job off the push, and it was Joe Kahn on a 10-yard run. And Seals with the ball, and Nyland coming back with it. He's looked good tonight. He's had a number of good catches out to the 25. They're going to set up first down and 10. And here comes Selinsgrove right now, Loyalsock, that made some key stops. Can they do it again? The last time they go to that I formation, ran clock, and they ran Kahn, who had 90-plus yards in the first half of the football game. An impressive second period for Selinsgrove.
Darius Williams once again down there. He was the first man
he's
to
a
get
special
to him.
teams
And
guy.
I'll tell you what, he's a
He made a
hustler.
bunch of tackles last week.
And he was also helped out by somebody else was in on that tackle too. I don't remember who it is right now.
They've got Christian Kantz top of the screen, Swineford this side. They come I again. And they're staying with that, may stay in the ground. They go that time straight ahead to Kahn, and again, second effort got him over the 30. He'll slide for about 4 yards, and the tackle that time by Eli Holler, the linebacker, comes over to make that play for the Loyalsock Lancers.
You know, there used to be a rule, and they changed the rules around so much between the 3 different levels that you were not allowed to hurdle people. Kahn's hurdled a couple people already tonight, but they don't call it against anybody anymore. I don't know if it's even still a rule.
Second down and about 6 after a 4-yard gain. Swineford this side. Got a wide out top of the screen. They're going to keep it on the ground. Boy, a lot of good blocking off that left side. And that time, Joe Kahn easily runs for the first down and then some. All the way out to the 45, there is a flag down. And that one reason they had a lot of room to run. A big hold against Selinsgrove on that offensive line is going to come back.
Well, Nate Schoen literally grabbed a guy and tossed him down to the ground right at the point of attack.
All right, let's go down to Ben. You were right there. You can see what happened.
Right there, and known Nate Schoen a long time. He's in my daughter's class, full disclosure there. But he last year, he was 7th in the heavyweight division in Pennsylvania wrestling.
Yeah.
And he was on the line. Now he's fullback. But no, that was a legitimate takedown, just wrong time of the year.
Yeah, Nate Schoen is 5'11", 226, and only a sophomore. He's had a great start. He's one of those guys between he and Blaze Siders on the defense. Couple of guys that Derek Hicks talked about that really have played big defensively. Little toss, left side, good cut back. Joe Kahn again gets some extra room out to the 30. Going to be brought down by Melito, coming over to make the tackle, Simone Melito, from his linebacker spot. Right now, Loyalsock trying to make the stop, put the ball back in the hands of Kavanaugh, who had a great first half in this ball game, 11 out of 14. He had his first 9, 152 yards, and was picked, and a tough one that went back 94 yards. Third down and about 8.
All right, now Sock needs a play here. It's a good situation.
Keep an eye on Nyland in the slot. Back to pass. Shock. Off the scramble. 30, 35. First down to midfield and out of bounds at the 50. Good scramble by the young freshman. 6'3", 186. And he's going to be a good one. Eli Holler chased him out, but not before a scramble to midfield and a first down run. Good play there.
Yeah, very good play. I thought maybe Bam Bam was held as he came across, but the official was right there, didn't make the call, so it must have been clean. He almost got him from the backside.
Ben Swineford, top of the screen. Slot will be Christian Kantz, and now they go trips. Or do they? Kahn comes back, and I think they're going to set up in the eye again, Schoen the fullback.
Somebody's got to have that inside receiver out there.
They're going to run that football that time, and that time Carmen Barone got the penetration, slowed it up. And then coming over to make that tackle, going to be Aiden Gare, number 2. Comes over to make the stop. Good job that time by Barone. Right now, Sauk needs a stop. And right now, Derek Hicks up 2 touchdowns, running some clock, and just trying to play, make them play their game. And right now, the running game is what's working.
Well, right now they've got the momentum. If Sauk could get a score here and get within a touchdown, I think the momentum would shift back to Sauk.
Keep an eye on their tight end. He's a good one. Wyatt Metzger inside right side. Back to pass. Throwing back over the middle. Swineford had it and dropped it. Covered that time by Gerald Ross. Incomplete. Should have been caught. And Sauk gets a break there. 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 12. And now big defensive stand for the Lancers here tonight at the Allison Crane and Rigging Field at Ken Robbins Stadium. Everybody's got, but I'm telling you, Larry Allison Jr. and the guys did an amazing job and a great donation to his alma mater here at Loyalsock. And boy, what a nice turf field. Beautiful. 3rd down and 12. Double wide top of the screen. Out of the gun. Danny Schock lets it go. Nearly picked off that time by Jaden Chofie.
Well,
they tried to go on that flat. They had Weiland. Looked like Nyland was there. And great job, Chofie. And that goes to that basketball ability to get up in the air.
Absolutely. Boy, I'll tell you what, he got up in the air. I think that was Eli Holler, wasn't it, number 10?
No, that was Jaden.
Was that Jaden?
Yep.
Whoever it was got up in the air, boy, I'll tell you what, and caught that ball right at the peak and brought it down, or that would have been a completion. Okay, good stop for Sauk. They need to do something now on offense.
Here comes Metzger. He is the tight end. He's also their punter. Going to punt it out here, Gerald Ross. Sauk needs a big play, and boy, they get a bounce out of bounds. And not a bad punt down to about the 23-yard line. They're going to set up 1st down and 10, and here come the Loyalsock Lancers for the first time in the second half. And they're going to try to come out here on a 77-yard drive.
Well, in the first half of the ball game, Selinsgrove did a good job in between the tackles. They were coming with a lot of blitzes. The offensive line was having trouble picking up the blitzes because there were so many different ones coming at them. And so I think your best bet is you want to go out into the flats. You want to get the ball into space right now.
All right, Game of the Week brought to you by Harders. And the Harders Play to Win scoreboard show. And we'll have more of the Harders scores coming up in the post-game show. Harders in our town for more than 100 years. Thrown to the outside. Good catch by Gare. Strip, the ball comes out. And I'm afraid the Seals might be back on it. That was a catch.
Yes,
somebody stripped it. Gare, or did Loyalsock get back on it again? Let's look and see.
No. It's Selinsgrove's ball.
It's going to be Selinsgrove, and getting up slow is going to be Gare. That's tough. Got stripped when he made the move after the catch, and Micaiah Showers is the guy that comes up with it. He's the guy that swatted it away, and the Seals get it back. And boy, I'll tell you, Sauk upset, Aiden Gare upset with himself.
Yeah.
Made a great catch that time, put it down to the hip, and somebody stripped it. That is the second time he's been stripped in this game.
Aiden's got to pull himself together right now. He's doing nothing but upsetting the rest of the team right now. I mean, that happens. You're only as good as your next play, Aiden. Keep it going.
Okay, here comes Schock. Coming out of that eye. Sauk has turned it over 3 times in the game. Schoen, fullback, good run down to the 10-yard line. Like the call that time. That time off the play action. And Nate Schoen, Dane Armson, the safety, comes over to make the tackle. And right now, Selinsgrove trying to go up 3 touchdowns and have the Lancers, after another turnover, back on their heels here.
Aiden Gare got a good rush there. Didn't get to the man. The man got the ball off, but he's got to settle down. The coaches just took him out of the ball game. They're going to settle him down a little bit, and it's tough for a young kid when you make a mistake, and he'll learn as he goes through life. But we make a lot of them before we're done.
They're going back to their money man, Joe Kahn, rather. Schock hands it to him. And that time, pretty good job wrapping him up. That's going to be Simone Melito again. Melito's played a good ball game tonight. He's had a lot of tackles out of his linebacker spot. Sot needs a break. Down 21-7 with the Seals driving with 7:55 here in the third of the Randy Rodarmel All-State game. Next week, we're going to be in Danville. Big game. The Toursville Warriors to battle the Ironmen. You're watching on webweeklylive.com, on Facebook, and our website, cablesportslive.com. Kahn nearly stopped in that backfield, gets belted down around the 10-yard line. Good job that time for the Loyalsock Lancers, trying to get some good pursuit that time. Jacob Shore is one of the players coming over, and also Carmen Barone making that tackle.
Barone blew that play up in the backfield. I don't think he was in a tackle, but he's the one that blew it up in the backfield and just missed the man, slowed him up enough, let the secondary come up and make the tackle.
Selinsgrove's been able to do it on the ground. They've got 3rd down and 10 on the 11. They've got a good field goal kicker, too. Shock back to pass. Pressure coming from Bam Bam. Throws down there, incomplete. And that time couldn't find anybody. Tried to throw underneath.
Once again, Carmen Barone had penetration coming. I think he picked up Carmen. I don't think he ever saw Bam Bam, but got the ball away before Bam Bam got to him.
Yeah, they had their tight end down there, also Swineford, and tight end Wyatt Metzger. And now it's going to be a field goal try. And coming up, he's 1 for 1 in the season is Kyle Rule. He's got a 34-yarder. 5'8", 135, and a sophomore. Going to put it down. Going to be at about a 31-yard attempt. Bad snap. Sock gets a break. On the bad snap, they're going to take over there as that time Chofie comes over and covers it. And Loyalsock takes over. They dodge a bullet there because that's a chip shot for Kyle Rule.
They dodged the bullet. Now the offense comes back on the field. You got to make something happen.
So here comes young Chase Cavanaugh. 11 out of 14. And actually, I think he's got another. I think he's 12 out of 15 now. That was a good completion to Gare, but Gare got stripped. And the fumble led to Selinsgrove down here, but the Seals, Sock dodges a bullet on the missed field goal a moment ago by Rule. And I should say, the bobbled snap. He never got that, never got a chance to kick it. So Chase Cavanaugh coming down. Trying to slip that screen and nothing doing that time.
Got a flag down
Good
at the line of
job by Zeiters. And that time, Nick Barone, who got the start at tailback tonight. Nick Barone, he's only a freshman. And you talk about a guy that played both ways in the Danville game, then had a high ankle sprain and has missed some play.
That was a penalty going against the Loyalsock Lancers. Going to be a holding call, and that hurts because that's going to bring up a 1st and 20.
They declined it.
Selinsgrove declined it, so okay, it's still it's going to be about a 5-yard loss. So 2nd and 15, that's just as bad. Selinsgrove's now going to a 2-deep secondary. They're now in an umbrella look between the corners and the secondary, so they put an extra deep man back there.
Cavanaugh out of the gun, flips it to the outside. Gerald Ross, after a quick move, tries to get out there, and good coverage by Ben Swineford. It's going to take him out of bounds inside the 15 and out to about the 16-yard line. So Swineford, good defensive play right there. Right now they're trying to protect against that big play. One big play could get Loyalsock back in the game.
I think you use those receivers to run off the secondary and maybe try a wheel route with the back out of the backfield to the out in the flat or somewhere and give that a shot.
They've got 3rd down, 12. Trips top of the screen. Loyalsock needs a big play. Coming up top, Gerald Ross goes up, can't pull it in. Good coverage, no flag. Ben Swineford covers him all the way. And good defensive play there. Well-thrown ball that time. And that time you throw it down there. One thing that Justin Van Fleet told me last week, one thing about Chase Cavanaugh, a young sophomore, he throws a good long ball and throws a nice fade. Part of the game plan tonight was getting that short passing game going. They did that, and it worked. And then they started going to Chofie, who caught 3 for 82 yards on great plays. Sock, though, 4th and 12, punting it away. Gare has punted well tonight. Driving Kahn back again. Little stiff arm, eludes another tackler and gets it back second, third effort to about the 41-yard line. And Selinsgrove sets up first down and 10. Rennie Road Armel All-State game of the week. We've got some, hard to believe, babe, weekend number 6. I still doing the Little League World Series. We played that first game. That was Williamsport Central Mountain. And then, of course, we were at Altoona. 2 games in August. That was hard to believe.
Well, I tell you what, so far the defense of Loyalsock has done a good job, because the offense of Selinsgrove has really kind of put it together right now. They have a good running game going there, and they throw the pass off the run. That's what they want to do. And the defense and Loyalsock's put them with 2 stops so far. See if they can get another one here.
They bring Coy Bastian into the ball game. We've seen him in the secondary tonight. They give it away again. That's their money guy. And Joe Kahn runs it out over the 45 and out to near the 46. Eli Holler comes over to make that tackle. Joe Kahn is 6 foot 194, a senior. Headed to Dickinson to play for the Red Devils
and runs
next
hard.
season.
And runs hard, but I'll tell you what, that was an offensive line play there. They just opened up a hole, and he never got hit till he was 6 yards downfield.
Kahn had a big second quarter, babe. 18 for 106 yards and a touchdown in this ball game. Cavanaugh is 12 of 15 for 157, but that big pick turned the game around. 2nd down and 5. Danny Schock, the freshman QB. Nothing to it. Good job, Loyalsock that time. And Melito, the linebacker, got the penetration, made that initial hit. And there's a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that was a good play by him. He read that right from the get-go. Wasn't a real good fake by the quarterback, but he read it, came up, made the tackle, good tackle, got his legs, and you're looking at a 3rd and long again, and Sock just needs another stop. They've got to come up on defense with another good play.
They've got Bastian this near side. They're back there in the gun again. Schock going up top, trying to put it up there deep, incomplete, nowhere near the receiver. Threw it behind Nyland, who is well covered down that side of the field. Loyalsock Lancers with Makai Henriquez, who is back there defensively, did a good job. And that ball was thrown low and behind him. And it's going to be 4th down and 7. And now Selinsgrove's going to punt it away. Now both teams not getting a whole lot going. Gerald Ross, somebody's got to make a big play. One big play and Sock's back in it. You're down 21-7. Berwick lost by that same score, or I should say Selinsgrove lost that same score to Berwick a week ago. Is punting it back to Ross. Good coverage. It's going to be downed over there by Teague Hoover, the safety. And here comes Loyalsock. They'll set up first down and 10. Not much going on here in the third. Trying to get some momentum going. Game of the week brought to you by Biters Furniture, Mattress, Appliance. Boy, they do a great job. Big part of our town. Started in a garage right a few blocks from here. And 1966, Biters. And you've got to see that Biters Sleep Center. Huge appliance center and all the furniture you need at Biters. Route 15, Montgomery Pike in Southside. So Chase Cavanaugh trying to get some momentum back for Sock. Down 2 scores. Looked like a broken play that time. I think he caught him going the wrong way as he pitched that time to Nick Barone. And boy, I'd say nothing doing there. And Eli Holler, the tight end, goes down, and that's not what you need. He's a two-way player for the Loyalsock Lancers. And Holler goes down. We'll see if it's an injury or would it be. It looks like it's going to be a cramp, and he goes down, and they're stretching him out right now. Let's go down to Ben Reichley down below. And Ben, what do you have down there?
Well, that was one of those quick screen inside, like two-foot pass that they had some crossing going on in the backfield. Loyalsock has had success making Selinsgrove, misdirection with Selinsgrove. However, now with those linebackers coming, they're pinning their ears back because with 3:38 left and you're down 14, you have to make some things happen, and that makes linebackers' eyes light up.
Yeah, they did a great job adjusting and making some changes, and that has been a big key in this football game. We will have some scores coming up. We know the Williamsport Millionaires are are leading the last time we checked, but big news. We hear that Trey Potts may have left that game possibly with a knee injury. That breaks my heart, I'll tell you that.
It's too bad.
That is, man. You talk about out all last season, verbally committed to Minnesota. I understand one of the Minnesota coaches may actually be there. And, boy, I really feel for Trey and his family up at STA Stadium tonight. Boy, I root for all these local guys, and you root to, stay injury-free in a very violent game. And Holler's coming out. He's coming out with help, and you don't know. See if that... Boy, he's still having some problems coming off. We're hoping that is only a cramp, and it probably is.
Yeah, I think it's only a cramp, but they can't get it to relax. That's why he was limping there. Gave out on him one time.
You've got Nick Barone back there in that backfield. Double wides, both sides of your screen. In the gun, Chase Kavanaugh. Pressure coming from the backside. Boy, I tell you, not going to get there. That time, the guy that made the great defensive play was Nick Schaefer, number 65, put pressure on. Then Blaze Siders comes over to finish him off. It was pressure backside that time by Schaefer, number 65.
Well,
brings down third down and long. Third down, and you've got third at least 20.
Yeah, they released 4 receivers deep on that play, and there's just no time. They couldn't block it up front with 5 men, and Kavanaugh never had a chance.
Third down, 20. Kavanaugh again, pressure coming on the run. Runs out of 1, and they've got him covered all the way. Great coverage that time. Micaiah Showers is the guy who's going to come over and make that tackle. Right now, they're just coming after him. Early in the game, Kavanaugh's passing hit 9 of 9 to start for 100 yards. He had Selinsgrove back in their heels. And, of course, they had a touchdown called back that didn't help.
Well, the Selinsgrove's strategy in the first half was to get to Kavanaugh. They couldn't get to Kavanaugh, so they in the second half here, it's coverage. They got everybody covered downfield. There's no one to get the ball to.
Good punt. And, again, Hayden Gare's done a good job punting the football as he kicks it up here and out of bounds. The Seals will get it back. Pretty good field position. 2:04 to play. We are in the third period. And a 41-yard punt by Hayden Gare.
So far, this third quarter has been played between Loyal Sox 20 and Selinsgrove's 40. So no one's been in the red zone, I don't think, this entire third quarter.
Yeah, nobody's been able to get anything going in this third period.
And that's fine with Selinsgrove. They got a nice lead, and they're just playing it out.
Here comes Danny Schock, freshman QB, 6'3", 186. Thrown for over 800 yards, 6 touchdowns this year. But they've been keeping it on the ground. That time, Nate Schoen and nothing doing. They get stuffed. Good play. Gare was there. Whole host of guys. Nick Barone helping out of that play, and Carmen Barone. Also, number 56, the Barone boys helping out of that tackle.
And the defensive line, Ian Whitmer did a great job of getting penetration. He just ran over Selinsgrove's offensive line on that play. There was a wall of people that he couldn't get around.
Here come the Seals, second down and 13. Shot comes up under center. They pretty much stayed with the eye this whole second half. Play action, pressure coming. Bam Bam putting the pressure on. They throw low and incomplete. Yeah, that ball that time, it was intended that time for the tight end, Wyatt Metzger. Pretty good coverage with the Loyal Sock Lancers, and Hayden Gare is the man that covered him out of that linebacker spot. Good coverage. Pressure coming, brings up third down and 13. Sox playing pretty good defense now, too.
Yeah, they're playing very good defense. Just can't get that offense going. And, they're still not throwing passes over the middle into those linebackers that are blitzing. And I think that may be something they may want to look at here when they get the ball back.
Double wide. Both sides of the field right now for Selinsgrove. Big play. Schock, pressure coming, dumps it, outlet pass. That time the fullback in the first down, little hop step, and get some extra yardage by Nate Schoen. Run out by Aiden Garrett. A nice call that time. And anytime you've got your guys covered, it's nice having a guy like Schoen to dump it off to. And Nate made a nice run. First down, Selinsgrove.
Bad tackling by Loyalsock on that player. They may have had that stopped. That's a backbreaker when you have a third and plus 10.
Yeah, you're right.
And 10 plus. Excuse me. They and you give them a first down. Woo.
Minute 12 to go in the third here at Ken Robbins Stadium. That whistle blows. I think somebody moved. Probably a false start against the Seals, and it will be. Looked like they're about ready to run a jet sweep. That time to Josh Nyland. Nyland's had the big night and the big pick of the night. Caught a couple of nice passes, but then he stepped in front of a Chase Kavanaugh pass. 94 yards later, breaking the back of Sock when Loyalsock was about ready to come down here and score, and had a touchdown taken away on a tough call. And they called it offensive interference. That changed that whole complexion of the game. Selinsgrove out of the gun. They slip the draw again. This time, Schoen. Good piece of running for near a first down. Or it might be a yard shy. All the way down to the 35-yard line. That time, Nick Barone comes over to make the tackle.
And the game is really slowed up right now. There's
well, you like a game with a lot of tempo. There's not a lot of tempo now.
There's not a lot of tempo at all in this game, no, from either team.
You've got Swineford top of the screen. And that run could set up the pass. They go straight ahead to Nate Schoen for the first down. Good piece of running, still on his feet. Showing you why he's a great wrestler. Down to the 30-yard line, and only a sophomore. Derek Hicks has a lot of really good young guys on the Selinsgrove team. Dame Arpson comes over along with Simone Melito coming over to make that tackle. Seals on the move, up 21-7.
Got to give a shout out to the umpire out there. That's umpire extraordinaire Joe Orso, whose claim to fame is he's been an umpire his entire career and has only been knocked down once.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And Dave Fry's on the far side, and he keeps count. So I believe him.
I imagine. That's some of your Starbucks crowd, isn't it? Back to pass. Shock looks over the field, goes deep. He's got a man down there. That ball is incomplete. Overshot Christian Kantz in the end zone. And that is it. That's the end of the third. We'll take time out. We'll play the final 12 from Loyalsock. Lancers will have to play some catch-up. They trail Selinsgrove 21-7. This is the Rennie Road Armor Allstate Game of the Week. Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance, 40 years in the business, Rennie. It's flown by, and you still love what you do. Congratulations.
Exactly. The key for me is I enjoy my job. I'm thankful for all the clients we've had. I'm thankful for people we've been helped through many terrible circumstances, from fires to floods to death in the family. It's different than a lot of jobs. You become part of the family. You're there when people need you.
Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance.
For over 30 years, Fairfield Auto Group has had an unyielding commitment to hometown values. And we know how important those are to you. At Fairfield, cars cost less, but our service remains unrivaled. Fairfield for fair deals. Fairfield. You're gonna love us.
Well, we're back. Gary Crispin and Babe Mayer along with Ben Reichley down on the sideline. The Rennie Road Armor Allstate game. Cable Sports Productions in our 32nd season doing the game of the week. And streaming live tonight, webweeklylive.com. Thanks to Jim Webb and the gang there. CableSportsLive.com. That's our website. You can go out and watch any of the games anytime. And, of course, we're also on Facebook, linking it there. Joe Kahn out here. There's a flag down, probably a hold, and good job defensively for the Loyalsock Lancers coming over to make that tackle that time. Aiden Holler, the defensive end, is over there. And, boy, I tell you, Simone Melito, I guarantee, has got more than 10 tackles. Double-digit night for Melito. number 43, who's really played well defensively. 5'8", 180, and a junior playing much bigger for the Lancers at that linebacker spot tonight. Got to be a hold against Schoen of Selinsgrove that's going to back them up. And Loyalsock trying to get this game has slowed down, we talked about, but the bottom line, Babe, Sock is a play away from getting back in this ballgame.
Yeah, they really are on offense. I mean, defense is playing well.
Defense is keeping them in it right now.
I don't know why Selinsgrove is going vanilla here in the third and through that third quarter, but it could be they got a 14-point cushion and they feel good about the game and they're not going to take any chances.
No doubt they're running clock. They put a great drive together after that 94-yard pick that turned the game around 14-7, and then they put a great drive together. Shock back to pass, pressure coming. Good defense that time. Bam Bam with great pressure by Aiden Holler. Aiden Holler flushed him out. Bam Bam got the hit. Great defensive job by Holler, and Bam Bam Brema headed for Pitt. So now third down and 22.
It's 33. They haven't changed the scoreboard.
Yeah, third down and 32, not 22. Looked over there. Of course, the camera, I'm looking right through our camera here. Third down, 32. This is a good place to do a ball game here at Loyalsock. Also glad to see that Montoursville added more press coverage up there in the roof, which we enjoyed last week. Trying to get some hard running on Joe Kahn. Kahn running in traffic. Will be way shy of a first down. Again, Aiden Holler is there. Eli Holler comes back in the ball game. He's in on that tackle. And also Melito round that football again. So they're going to have to punt it away. Deep back's going to be Gerald Ross, and Sock right now needs a big play. This Loyalsock team playing without their star, Connor Watkins, out with a broken collarbone. They're hoping that they can get him back toward the end of the year. But young Chase Cavanaugh is really, I think, coming into his own. He's only a sophomore. He's really played well tonight. Ross.
Get away.
Yeah, get away from that as they down it at the 11. And now Sock's going to have to put together an 89-yard drive with 9:56. And Selinsgrove ran a lot of clock in that last drive. And Loyalsock needs to strike pretty quickly. Down a couple of touchdowns in this game. Big play of the game was a 94-yard pick after Sock was denied a touchdown from Cavanaugh to Chofie. They called it offensive pass interference, and clearly did not look like that. And a number of plays later, Loyalsock again thrown over the middle, picked by Josh Nyland, 94 yards untouched for the touchdown, the go-ahead. And then Selinsgrove controlled things the rest of that second period. They go to the ground, and Joe Kahn scored in a 10-yard run, and that's where we are right now in the fourth. Cavanaugh up under center. Nick Barone in the backfield. They slip into Barone and nothing doing. He gets upended. Thomas Everett comes over to make the play. And some help inside. You've got Ziders in there. And and I think Nate Schoen also coming over to make that play.
They're blitzing up the middle. If you blitz up the middle, you're giving something up. And what you're giving up right now is the pass over the middle underneath the deep secondary, and because they're bringing their linebackers. So like a slant pattern, something that's...
Cavanaugh that time lost the ball. That ball got knocked out of his hands. That's got to be a fumble. And Loyalsock got back on it. And that's the only break they've had for a while, and Cavanaugh got back on. He got hit as he let it go, and he may have stubbed his finger in the middle of it. He's coming up, hold his hand, and you don't want to lose him. Right now, they're already down as all-state quarterback. And that time he was hit, but it looked like the ball just slipped out of his hand. And he did not get it cocked, and it was not incomplete. That was a live ball fumble, and Sock luckily got it back. And now you're looking at third down and 14, the shadow of your own goal line.
And, you talk about the all-state quarterback Connor Watkins, and I'll come back to it after this play.
Cavanaugh off the scramble to the 10, 15, diving ahead. He's going to go out of bounds, and Sock's going to have to punt the football away.
Almost had it. Picked up.
Yeah, he had a good run. He got knocked off balance and fell out of bounds. And Loyal Sock, Aiden Gare has punted very well in this ball game tonight. He's going to have to punt the football away.
I'll take that back. He didn't almost have it. The official was standing on the wrong marker.
Josh Nyland. No, I don't mean I thought if he doesn't get tripped up there, babe, and slip and fall, I think he was going to get that first down. He had a little running room, but to no avail. Good punt. Gare again has punted the ball really well and takes a Sock bounce and rolls to the 39-yard line. Big punt by Gare of 46 yards. Aiden's really punting well tonight.
You know, this is unbelievable. This game literally is a 20-yard line to 40-yard line game. I thought that punt went a lot further. Did I look down to 39?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. 46-yard punt, not bad, but the game has slowed down, that's for sure, after some fireworks early. Game of the week brought to you by AAA, the most trusted name in travel, and AAA, our cruise connection. Crispin Show cruise for next summer. We've got room for you, not much left. Our Viking River cruise in the Danube in Europe. Call AAA Monday and find out more. Here comes Danny Shock. Gives it to his money man, Joe Kahn. He's got over 100 yards already in a first down run. 13 yards into Lancer territory to the 47-yard line. That time, Dane Armson comes over to make the tackle.
Dane's done a good job from his safety position, but like I say, when your safety's making tackles on running plays, that's not a good sign.
So here we go. First down and 10 Seals. Trying to get something going now. And Shock and the Seals running clock up 2 touchdowns. Kahn has 125 and 21 carries and a touchdown. And Derek Hicks said he's by far our impact guy, both sides of the ball, and he's been just that. There he is again. Hard running for the Dickinson-bound senior. Makes a great play, stays at his feet, but stepped out of bounds. And he's going to step out at about the 26-yard line. Good piece of running that time. Dane Armson got a good stiff arm and got belted a bit, but was able to get him at least out of bounds because he's got a little bit more room. He may take that to the end zone.
Oh yeah. And Dane did a great job of coming across and putting his body weight into him. He was right on the sideline. If he would have gone low, he would have probably hurdled him like he did before. Dane's got to get in the middle. He's got to just take his hips out, and that's how you're going to break up his power.
Wide out left and right. Back there in the gun to the left of Shock is Joe Kahn. They're just going to Kahn. Hard running. Breaks a tackle to the 15 to the 10. Out of bounds. Inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line.
All right, they're going to a 2-tight formation right now, and 2 tight ends in the ball game.
Yep.
And Loyal Sock's not matching up very well against that 2-tight set.
Yeah, Gerald Ross is saving tackle, and right now Selinsgrove coming down here trying to put it away with a hard running of Joe Kahn in this ball game. He really run well.
Good play calling by the Seals. They in this drive right here. They've done some good things. That 2-tight set has been good to them all night. They slip into it every now and then.
Yeah, they've got Wyatt Metzger, tight end, right side. Schoen lines up at tight end. Nate Schoen lines up on the left side. He's a big guy, 220-plus pounds.
2-tight set again.
Joe Kahn. They stand him up that time. Don't give him much. And good play that time, Aiden Holler. 6'2", 185, and only a sophomore for the Lancers, who has started this year at defensive end for Justin Van Fleet. By the way, the game's webweeklylive.com. We're also streaming on Facebook and, of course, our website, cablesportslive.com. You can go in and watch that game anytime. Go back and watch if you can't watch it live. We've had a lot of views, I think a record number of views again this year on the game of the week. And then we've got basketball coming up in January. Sock and basketball is going to be really good.
Yeah.
CI's got to be excited about that team. Some of these same guys we'll see. Good running, Kahn, goal line, touchdown. Joe Kahn. What a night for Joe Kahn. The senior is putting up some big-time numbers. A Sauk player is down and injured, and Joe Kahn runs in for the touchdown, and great piece of running by Kahn. It gets in from 8 yards out. And Carmen Barone is the player that's down there right now, and time has been called, and again, hoping that it's nothing serious because he's a guy that can play in that next level next year. And here's a look at it again. That's a great piece of running by Joe Kahn. What a night he's had. 6 foot 194 senior, 25 carries, 174 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Dickinson will be glad to have him next season.
Yeah, he should be real good at the next level. And I'll tell you, the 174 yards he had are hard yards.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get down to Ben. You've got to feel pretty good about your alma mater right now. But, of course, Loyal Sock taking a look at one guy they can't afford to lose is Carmen Barone, is down there hurt right now.
Yeah, no, Loyal Sock came in undermanned, and when you lose an all-state quarterback, you're going to be that way. But Loyal Sock was not out of this game until probably about right now. But Joe Kahn tonight, he was almost robotic. I mean, he was a machine from that standpoint. How he ran, how low he ran, and on defense, he's been in on plays also. But he's going down to play for Brad Fordyce, head coach at Dickinson. Used to be the defensive coordinator at Susquehanna and Bucknell University before he got that head job. But no, the Seals are putting things together. They're a young team, and they're going to have to make a run in that District 4 quad playoff, and we'll see what happens and how they mature for the next 4 games, because we're week 6 already.
Yeah, Carbarone's coming off slowly. They're taking a look at maybe the ankle, but he's coming off. But you talk about Joe Kahn, who had 3 fumble recoveries on defense. Derek Hicks said he's our impact guy. He never comes off the field. He plays the entire game, offense, defense, special teams, and he's certainly the player of this ball game tonight, Joe Kahn.
And he plays well. Real quick, well, let's go with this extra point.
There's a bad snap again, second time. They've got a real good kicker, but they had a bad snap and a field goal, and now a bad snap and an extra point. Be able to come back to that in a moment. We'll take time. 6:37 left from Ken Robbins Stadium. It's the Seals over the Lancers, 27-7. This is the Rennie Road Armor All-State Game of the Week. Eric Steinbacher's with us, Rennie Road Armor All-State Insurance. But, Eric, you're on the financial side of things. You've done a great job for me and for many other folks. Tell me about that.
Yeah, Gary, a lot of people don't realize that we offer financial services here at the Road Armor Agency. We can help you with short-term, moderate-term, and your long-term financial service needs.
And help you get ready for retirement. Check it out today. 326-6645, Rennie Road Armor All-State Insurance.
When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in. Open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more. The best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024.
Here come the Lancers back with the ensuing kickoff on a short kick. That time they'll bring it back to about the 35-yard line. Set up first down and 10. Now you're down 27-7. They were in a good ball game early. Chase Cavanaugh got out to a 9-for-9 start throwing the football. And threw a couple of really nice strikes to Jaden Chofie. Made a couple incredible plays. Chofie has not caught a pass since then. Since one was called back and an offensive interference in the end zone. That turned the game around. That call, and then short time later, a pick of 94 yards, and it became 14-7, and the game changed at that moment.
They were in cover 3 at the time, and now they're in cover 4.
They come off to Ross, trying to get him to the outside. You've got to get him in space. And a good play and a run of a first down out to midfield, just shy of the 50 to about the 48-yard line. And right now, boy, that insurance touchdown, Joe Kahn again, who do you expect makes the tackle? But I'm telling you, Joe Kahn having this kind of a big night. Kahn makes those couple runs. They run clock, and Derek Hicks' team takes it over. Sauk was still in striking distance, but that last drive really puts a dagger in your heart, that's for sure. Here comes Cavanaugh, batted down. Good penetration that time by the Seals. And it's Micaiah Showers, 54, that got in his face and swatted down the pass attempt.
You know, they're throwing to the sideline right now on short passes, and I think the reason they're doing it is a good reason. They want to catch the ball, get out of bounds, stop the clock, and conserve time. But I really think that a pass over the middle into that short zone underneath the deep secondary people, because they're firing linebackers constantly now.
2nd down and 10. Cavanaugh, that time a little too tall. Trying to get it out here to Gerald Ross, who we talked about the Lancer basketball hopes this year, but boy, they're going to be loaded. You've got Aiden Gare, Gerald Ross, one of their great players, I think one of the great players in recent memory at Sauk, and All-State mention last year. And he's a guy, got a chance to get some All-State mention football and basketball in Gerald Ross, but he's their go-to guy. They're going to have a great team. Boy, nothing doing. Right now, changing the complexion of this ball game around, and Nick Barone gets belted that time.
And
Blaze Siders and Micaiah Showers, and it came loose. And it's going to be a Seals ball, and I didn't see who jumped on it. But those are the guys that made the collision. Great play that time. I don't know, Mike, if we get a chance to see that fumble recovery again, but when it rains, it pours. That ball came out. Sauk has now fumbled it 3 times in this game, and they've been picked off once. And preventing turnovers is something you always want to do. And forcing turnovers, one thing Derek Hicks said we have to do in this game.
I got to say something about this, because it's really a great story. But Connor Watkins, he would love to be out in that field, knows he can't do it. He catches players when they come off the field, tries to build them back up. And I saw him do something tonight that was really special. How many people would do this? I saw him taking the water out.
Look out, here comes Hollenbach. And he's down to the 20-15, and he's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line, babe. Dean Hollenbach, the backup running back, a great run, and the Seals trying to put one in again. And you were talking about Watkins.
And he took the water out during a timeout to his teammates. And there's not too many high school kids that would do that. That's a class act right there.
Yeah, hard to see who got it. May have been Siders. It looks like Blaze Siders had that fumble recovery, but then Hollenbach, Dylan Hollenbach, into the ball game, number 23. He's the backup. And Hollenbach, a great piece of running for a 1st down and 10 at the 15-yard line. Seals up 20. Trying to get a little bit more. Hollenbach remains in that ball game. Back there was Schock. They slip it to Hollenbach, and that time the Lancers make the hit. Simone Melito comes over to make that hit for the linebacker spot. Double-digit tackles for Melito tonight. He's had a big night. That's one of the bright spots in this team.
Loss on the play brings it back to you.
I thought Chase Cavanaugh played pretty doggone well.
I thought I saw a lot of good things out of the Lancers out there tonight. They just couldn't seem to pull it all together. They got a pretty good schedule coming down the stretch here, and they could get some wins out of it. Matter of fact, they better. I think they'll probably need to almost get every win this left on the schedule, which they're capable of doing to make the playoffs.
They're going to give it to Hollenbach again, and not much off that left side inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Jacob Shore came up. You see Aiden Gare is a guy that stuck his jersey right in there, his helmet, and made that tackle. So Gare comes over to make the hit. 4:37 left in this football game. And Selinsgrove, from the end of the second period, when they turned the momentum around, started going to that I formation or going to that running game. They went I, and now they're running out of that gun, just running a lot of clock, and they've controlled that line of scrimmage. 3rd down and about 9. Hollenbach trying to run in traffic down to about the 11-yard line. Sauk coming up off that pile, and that time's going to be Shore. Makes a tackle for Loyalsock.
I think you're going to see the field goal team come in and see if they can get a good snap off. Yeah, I think, yeah. They'll run the clock down here, call a timeout, and decide what they're going to do. But I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't blame the coach either. You've had 2 bad snaps.
Yeah, you got to work
some
on
big
that.
Games coming up.
You've got a real good kicker, and the last thing you need, you had a bad snap and a field goal, and it should have been a chip shot. Bad snap and an extra point. 4th down and 7, and they're not going to kick. And penalty, and they may have taken too much time.
No, they called
they didn't. They got the timeout call. We're going to take time. 3:23 left in the ball game. Seals trying for more. They're up 27-7. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate game. Jim Moff, Moff & Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff, Moff & Associates, moffandassociates.com.
Over the years, this area has seen its share of ups and downs. And for the past 30 years, our employees have been dedicated to making sure your investment in your vehicle goes a long way, from sales to service. And we promise that same level of commitment for the next 30 years. It's your time, Central Pennsylvania. You deserve a fair deal. Fairfield. You're gonna love us.
Here come the Seals back to live action. Hollenbach, good piece of running inside the 5 and diving ahead to about the 3-yard line. And that is going to be a first down. 1st and goal inside the 5. And Dane Armson makes the tackle. And Dylan Hollenbach, who had some pretty good numbers coming in off the bench for Selinsgrove. Started in the secondary in this ball game tonight.
Well, they
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They went with an on-balance line there, and Loyalsock didn't adjust to it. Let's see what they go with here.
Back there in the gun. Hollenbach back there with him. Gives it to Hollenbach at the 5, dives ahead to about the 3-yard line. And Aiden Gare comes over to make that tackle. Gare in a crowd with 2:38 left in the ball game. What a performance at halftime of that Seal band. Best band by far that we've seen. They were shaking this place.
And over 30
great,
years.
we've seen them over the years. Great musical selections.
Yeah, great musical. They give some oldies in there, and of course we are oldies, so we know those songs, and the young people may not know them, but they're still good.
2nd down and goal at the 2-yard line.
On-balance line to the right. I'm sorry, it's too tight.
Jacques, fumble, Hollenbach, ball is loose. Let's see who gets on it.
Have that.
Yeah, Seals get it back. Hollenbach luckily got back. He just dropped that ball and lost the handle. And it brings up 3rd down and goal at about the 2 with 1:47 left. Selinsgrove up 27-7. We're going to be in Danville next week. Ken Sawyer will be in for me. I've got to fly to Miami to see the Florida State game next week.
Gary, it's a tough job if somebody has to do it.
I got to be true to my school.
I'm talking about me. I got to go to Danville.
That's right. 3rd down and goal. Back here at about the 8-yard line. Danny Schock. Off a little bootleg fake. Schock's going to be pulled down from behind by Bam Bam Brema. Good defensive play, but Bam Bam didn't fool him, that's for sure. And a penalty flag is down on the play. Will it be another hold? Let's look and see. Let's go down to Ben right down there. And a little talking down there. Ben, what's going on?
Talking to the officials. Both teams are talking quite a bit.
Are they talking to the officials?
They're talking to each other, talking quite a bit, and they're not exchanging email addresses.
That's
I'll tell you
for sure.
They just called a personal foul on Loyalsock, and that will take the ball half the distance to the goal.
And I think it'll be 1st down.
Yeah, that'll be a 1st down. That's tough.
It'll be 4th.
They are. Let's see where they put it down now. It'll be 4th down at the 6-yard line. So it will not be a first down. They've got
Loyal Sock needs to just
Kantz at the top of the screen. Swineford down here to the right. Up under center, and Hollenbach is now your running back for Selinsgrove. He's had a couple of nice runs. He's coming into the game. They give it to Hollenbach, trying to run for that corner. Hollenbach is going to elude a man, get into the end zone, touchdown. Selinsgrove. He'll run it in from 6 yards out. And the Seals go up 33-7 over the Lancers in what was a good first half and a tight ball game. But once the complexion of the game changed, it really did change. Sock 15 total yards, by the way. Great stat from Derek Slaughter.
Wow.
In the second half, 15 total yards. What does that say?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, they got to go back to the drawing boards, and the coaching staff has a tough job. I mean, you got to keep these guys focused, and you got to keep them in the ball game. And the only thing you have to dangle in front of them right now is let's get into the playoffs, see what we can do in the playoffs.
And now you've got Kyle Rule, and now they're going to try to get on the same page. Good snap this time. Rule kicks it up, and good. Timeout. 38 seconds left from Ken Robbins Stadium. 34-7 Seals. Will be back. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week. You know by now, I love the Clothier. Men's clothing at the finest in Central PA with the biggest selection in the state. Francis, how do you do it? You've got a huge selection for everybody.
We try to fit everybody from head to toe with clothes from all the brands around the world. Fit you up exactly the way you like to look.
West 4th Street, downtown Williamsport. Biggest selection, finest menswear in Pennsylvania. The Clothier, downtown Williamsport. For the finest detail and handcrafted jewelry, there is one name to know. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, Oaks Plaza, East 3rd, Golden Strip in Williamsport. Let them make you an original. And remember, they are your diamond headquarters. Absolutely the best prices, bar none, on diamonds anywhere in Central PA. And, of course, the finest gemstones in the world today, from sapphires to tanzanite. Now is the time to let them make you an original. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, your diamond headquarters, Golden Strip. Here come the Seals, kicking the football back to Loyal Sock. They lead 34-7. Gerald Ross coming back in his final 30 seconds of this ball game as he runs it back to the 25-yard line. Sock's going to fall to 2-4 on the year, and the Seals are going to go to 3-3 and get ready to try to finish strong. They've had a very tough season. They opened and lost a 10-point game to Lewisburg. Then ended up losing to Berwick and to Southern Columbia, who Southern Columbia is all over everybody. Here's the touchdown replay again by Dylan Hollenbach on that last drive. Let's take another look.
Here it is. It's just a handoff to the outside. I thought there was a push from the back out there in the corner as he went in, but it's after the fact, and that really doesn't matter. Gary,
Sock's coming out. They're going to take the knee, and they're going to go out and wrap it up. And Selinsgrove has won this football game tonight, and the Lancers ran out of steam, especially in the second half of the game. Selinsgrove made some adjustments and worked the clock. A lot of good sportsmanship. All the guys shaking hands, and Selinsgrove walks out of here with their 3rd win of the season and a big-time win. We're going to go to Ben Reichley shortly. We'll go down, and we're going to go down to talk to Derek Hicks, the winning coach of the Seals of Selinsgrove, as they've won this ball game tonight, 34-7, the final score of this game. Babe, tough one for the Lancers because they were in a shootout early in the game. They were playing well. Kavanaugh was in a rhythm. Great catches by Jaden Shofie, and they were playing well and some great play calling. But, once they had that offensive pass interference call in the end zone at what would have been, and I think should have been, a touchdown, that turned it around. Sox still looked like they might get in score, and then Josh Nyland stepped in, picked off a ball, goes 94 yards. It takes the steam out. You also came down here. You also missed a field goal down here, too, that could have put them up 3. And a lot of little what-ifs And then Selinsgrove took over the ball game and running the football late in that second quarter and jumped out on top. Joe Kahn is a guy that certainly we'd want to talk to in this ball game tonight, Ben. I think Joe Kahn is going to be our star of the game. If you get a chance to bring number 2 in, he's certainly a guy that we would like to see. And I know Derek Hicks will get down there. And Ben Reichley down there with his alma mater, the Seals of Selinsgrove. They win it tonight 34-7, the final score in this game. Going to be now a chance to try to salvage the season for Loyalsock.
Yeah, well, I think what you do as a coaching staff is you go in, you put the film up, and you point out all the good things that Loyalsock did tonight, because in the first half of that ball game, I thought they did a lot of really good things. And then you shut the camera down, all right? You shut the film down, because in the second half, you're not going to see much of anything. Carmen Brone limping out on the field there. Boy, that would be a big loss.
That's tough. That's one thing Loyalsock doesn't need. We're actually waiting we're trying to get Joe Kahn if we can, and I know that Derek Hicks is being interviewed by, I think, their radio station, so we'll get a chance to try to get a chance to talk to him coming up. 34-7, final score of this ball game. And Ben Reichley, let's go down to you and tell me your thoughts of the game. The Seals wore them down the second half, but that the one call turned the complexion of the ball game around, and then a great pick by Nyland that made that play, and he's certainly another guy we can talk to, number 7. Back to you, Ben.
Yeah, was it a bad call? Well, I'll tell you what, it just wasn't a good call, and it did change the game in a situation that Loyalsock needed that score to tie it up. Selinsgrove the second half, I think Loyalsock had, 15, 18 yards total offense. So Selinsgrove's defense really came to play.
And Sock outgained him, Ben, in that first half by a decent amount.
Yeah, so Selinsgrove, whatever tweaks, changes, maybe adjustments here and there, but defensively Selinsgrove really came. But, Selinsgrove's defense scored 2 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they picked up a loose ball early, 32 yards, run in. And, of course, Swineford got that. Then the pick, 94 yards back the other way by Nyland. And 2 defensive touchdowns. Then they put an old-fashioned I-formation drive, eating clock, and jumped out on top 21-7 at the half. We may have to go to our break. Why don't we do that? We're going to the break. We'll try to come back and get Derek Hicks, Joe Kahn, and the Seals, stars of the game. 34-7, final score of this ball game. Rennie Road Armel Allstate game. Matter of fact, as soon as I say that, Derek Hicks is walking your way, and I don't know if you're going to be able to get him for 2 seconds. Why don't we'll hold it here. Let's see if Ben can grab him real quick. Okay. And real quick to Derek Hicks. All right, Ben, take it away.
Coach, second half was all Selinsgrove.
Yeah, I mean, we, at halftime, I told the guys we're 1 score away from putting the game away, or on the other hand, 1 score by them, and it's a dogfight. So, kind of challenged the O-line between the third and the fourth quarter that it was time for them to take over, and they responded. We got the running game going when we needed it.
You talked about challenging your offensive line. Joe Kantz made them look good. They made him look good.
Yeah, I mean, they got a nice push, and Joe did a great job. I mean, I don't know how many tackles he broke or bounced off of tonight, but he was kind of a one-man wrecking crew and played a great ball game.
Babe Mayer's up in the booth up there with Gary Chrisman, and Babe's an old defensive coordinator. You being a defensive coordinator, I think your defense had 12 points tonight.
Yeah, I said, for a while there I was giving our offensive guys a hard time because we had outscored them. So, defense has been playing well, and, they finally got that scoop and score in the pick 6, and just proud of the effort these guys have had to this point.
Well, congratulations. You got some years left, and I hope tonight when you get to Selinsgrove, Shucky has that tab at Bots opens for that victory. But but enjoy the rest of the season. Hopefully we'll see you guys again.
Yeah, it was good. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Okay, we'll wait, and we'll grab a couple of players afterwards. I say I think Kahn, Danny Schock, Nyland. We might even bring in a wrestler, Nate Schoen, in there. So we'll get a couple afterwards here.
Sounds good, Ben. 34-7 final score. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week. Rennie Rodarmo, congratulations. 40 years in the business. Rennie Rodarmo, Allstate Insurance. Got to make you feel pretty proud of what you've been able to achieve with a great staff here. But as you told me, you're not thinking about retirement. You still love what you do.
Oh, yeah, I enjoy coming in every day. It's hard to believe 40 years. It seems like yesterday I was still in the classroom teaching. Time kind of flies when you enjoy what you're doing. You don't look at it as a job. You don't mind coming in, contact with the people, being helped some people out at times when they need it. It's a rewarding job.
Yeah, and an amazing thing, too. There's a lot of days on a Saturday or Sunday, you're in here working a bunch of hours because there's things to get done, but you're really enjoying updating folks on the insurance, making sure they're getting the proper discounts and the proper coverage.
Oh, yeah, getting people in for reviews is just so important. People don't realize how fast things are changing in this industry, how liability suits are escalating. We've got to make sure people have the right coverage there. That one accident or one mistake can't cost you everything you worked your whole life to have.
Well, the other thing you've told me many times, it's all about service, it's all about coverage. You got a great staff here, and that is certainly a key. Having folks that deal with people. When I first got involved with you guys, I knew I wasn't another number at an insurance agency. You get to be friends with your clients. That makes a difference when you come here. People know your name.
Exactly. It's basically like family. Some of these people are with me all 40 years that I'm in business, and you know, when they walk in the door, you know about their family, what their goals are in life, and where they stand.
Rennie, congratulations, 40 years and many more to come. Rennie Rodarmo, Allstate Insurance, Westminster Drive, Williamsport, South Main, Mansfield.
Thank you.
BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove.
Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years.
When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in. Open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more. The best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024. Hey guys, we're back here at Biters Furniture Mattress Appliance. Biters, 52 years here in the Williamsport area, here in Southside. Matt Bauer Furniture Department. Everything's gone custom. You talk about comfort. That's what it's going to. That's what it's all about. Best seat in the house. You've got it.
That's right. We have the hottest thing right now is definitely power. It's Power Recline. It puts your feet in the right position, puts your back in the right position, your head in the right position, and that's definitely the hottest thing right now.
Let me check this out. You know, it's like the remote. Wow, you've got the lumbar, you've got the foot rest area coming up. This is like the perfect seat at the 50-yard line for watching football and basketball and all your favorite games.
That's right. You can pretty much put yourself in the perfect position. So a lot of these new sofas have 3 different motors that are going to be perfectly customizable.
What is the most important thing when you're buying furniture here at Biters?
Well, definitely the most important thing is comfort. But you have to remember quality and also customizable, and we have all of those things to offer you, but comfort is the key.
Okay, the other key is if I want to shop online, you can do that with Biters too, right?
Absolutely. At Biters.com, we redesigned our whole website. Now you can track your deliveries, and it's not only that you can track your deliveries, Gary, but it's going to be coming from a Biters truck from a Biters employee, not a delivery service, and then we're going to give you, in addition to that, hundreds of items that you can buy at prices that compete with all the internet big names.
You just sold me. Nobody does it better. Furniture, mattress, appliance. The name is Biters. Check them out today. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Gary.
Fairfield postgame show. Gary Crispin and Babe Mayer. The Seals have won it. They pull away in that second quarter, build a good lead at halftime, and they win it going away. Ball control, 34-7. Joe Kahn had the big night. Let's go down to Ben Reichley with some Seals, his alma mater, and the star and some of the other stars of this game. Ben.
Yeah, thanks. We got Danny Shuck. Of course, he's the freshman. The seniors don't want to get him. We got the linemen coming in there behind. So, Danny, tonight, a first quarter that went back and forth, and then you guys put it all together, and a second half that was played very well.
Yeah, Joe Kahn would not go down making yards after the initial contact on every single run he had. Our tackles were doing a good job getting outside of the.
Here, let's walk over here. So you say that Joe Kahn was the difference in the game tonight?
Yes, Joe Kahn was the difference, and so is our line. They picked it up so much from the past few weeks. We had injuries the first 3 games, I think it was, and we have the starting line back and healthy, and they were running over guys tonight.
Yeah. Joe, your yardage added up. The difference, though, you made the line look good, but they really made you look excellent.
Oh, my God, they made me look amazing. I look like Herschel Walker out there because of these guys. Blaze Zyder's coming off a car accident last night. He's a brute. He was kicking guys' butts all night. And then Wyatt Metzger and Trey Baney, I was running the ball, and I saw them pancake this kid, and I started laughing while I was running the ball. So all around, it was a great night. I loved it.
And who's the Johnny Cash fan here? Okay, good. Hey, a big offensive. Last week, a couple of these games this year, you guys have been in them. Berwick last week was a tough one. You come up to Loyalsock, you get that victory. I think you have an interesting game next week in Schmoken. We look forward. Maybe we can get another Selinsgrove game. I enjoy covering Selinsgrove. You guys were good tonight. The band was good tonight. Have a good trip home, and guys, good weeks of practice, and we'll hopefully see you in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you. Guys, Selinsgrove victory, but I will say this, a gutty performance by Loyalsock, and look forward to Loyalsock getting a couple more wins under their belts. They're coming around, but it's tough when you lose a player like they've had lost here. Hopefully he comes back and they make a playoff run, and we'll get to see them again also.
All right, Ben, big game and big win for the Seals, 34-7. And they go to 3-3 in the season. Sox got to get back to the drawing board, that is for sure. You take a look at a River Valley Transit big play. Certainly the big play happened in the first half of the ball game. Biggest play, and I don't know if this is the one that Mike has right now, but yeah, this has got to be it. 94 yards. Josh Nyland takes it home, untouched. Changed the complexion of the ball game after Sock had a touchdown taken away on a beautiful 17-yard fade that would have been a score. Chofie, they called him for offensive pass interference. We did not think that should have been the right call. And right after that happened, and what would have been a Sock lead. Sox trails in the game, and then they trailed at halftime 21-7. And Selinsgrove, great football out of Joe Kahn, who was their star of the game.
Well, no doubt about it. The second half, they played what Selinsgrove's been playing ever since we've been covering them, and that is run the ball, pass off the run. And
unless you have Logan Libby.
Unless you have Logan Libby. Well, even with Libby, though, they still had runners that ran the ball. But the offensive line came together. They ran the ball at Loyalsock, and I thought Loyalsock did a tremendous job of shutting them down in the third quarter. But then in the fourth quarter, they got that one more score, put the game away, and Loyalsock came unraveled again. And that's one thing they got to talk about is that coming unraveled when you get out of a situation like that. But I think you've got to be positive about this team because I saw a lot of good teams. This team is not as bad as some people may think they are. I think this is still a pretty good ball club. They have a pretty good schedule going down to the finish here. I think they can still get into playoffs if they hang together.
Yeah, they've got to stay together. That is for sure. We have another play here. And Here's the call. You tell me. They called offensive pass interference on that. Wow.
Yeah.
That turned the game around. That was clearly not a good call.
I don't know, if something happened earlier, but at the point of attack, I didn't really see it. So
no touchdown, and right after it, you get the interception. So sometimes you don't get the calls. You got to keep playing it out, and Selinsgrove sure did that. They win at 34-7. Final score of the game. Joe Kahn, star of the game, 25 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chase Kavanaugh really played well, especially that first half. Hit his first 9 passes, 100 yards, 14 out of 20 for 173. And in this ball game, no touchdowns. He was picked on that big play. You talk about the Biters game ball, you can kick it around. Guy that we thought really played a heck of a game all night long from start to finish, double-digit tackles. It's got to be number 43, Simone Melito. I think Simone Melito gets the Biters game ball tonight. Made a ton of tackles, played well. Their defense came up big, and Simone Melito is going to get the Biters game ball tonight from Biters, Route 15, Montgomery Pike.
Well, his brother was a good ball player last year. He's stepping right into his shoes this year. Had a real good game tonight, and think he deserves the ball.
Yeah, so Melito's going to get that Biters game ball. Here are the other scores. And boy, the tough news we hear is that Trayson Potts has injured a knee. It might be his other knee, and that does not sound good at all. Millionaires up 27-10. That game is in the third. That's the last time we had that. That's heartbreaking when you hear a guy out all last year, one of the top running backs in the state, verbal commitment to Minnesota. That's tough news. Montoursville 38-6 over Milton. That game isn't over yet. Southside in this ball game 54-20 at Southern Columbia up over South. That game is in the fourth. Southern is just on a whole different plane. Hughesville lost to Warrior Run 22-0. The final score 34-13. Jersey Shore over Shamokin. Here's the big game, the Battle of the Unbeatens. Canton at home beats Muncie. The score we have is 18-0. The final score had no score at halftime, and I'm not sure if that was no score. They couldn't find it, but the score now 18-0. Canton over Muncie. That is the final. And Pottsville Nativity over Montgomery 22-9. That is our story. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back. A final word about next week. This is the Rennie Road Armor All-State game and the Fairfield for Fair Deals postgame show. Hey, we're back here, Fairfield BMW post-game show. Rick Quigley and the gang here at Fairfield BMW. Wow, what a state-of-the-art facility. I know you're really proud of this one, Rick.
Yeah, it's a great facility. Shows off the car as well. Great inventory, and got the guys here to sell and take care of everybody.
Okay, Courtney, sell me on this. First of all, the 640. Tell me about the 640. This is a great-looking, brand-new 2019.
Well, the 640 is for the guy who wants the sporty car but has the family. It's got all the room in the back, but boy, what a drive.
Okay, John Bueller, we've got another vehicle here. Tell me about the X2. I actually drove the X2. Sporty and fun to drive.
Oh, yeah, a little under 230 horsepower. Brand new, just came out in 2018, and we expect a lot more here in 2019. And a lot of fun, a lot of style, and it's great for even the old BMW owner.
Absolutely.
Why'd you look at Gary that way?
I guess that's me. The ultimate driving machine. Check it out here. Fairfield BMW. We'll be back with more of the postgame. Make it Fairfield for Fair Deals.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical for the finest in eyewear.
Griggs' Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, serving 3 meals 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 3 p.m. on Sundays. House-made desserts, including famous Griggs' sticky buns, coffee, peanuts, and peanut butter, and specialty drinks. Griggs' Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, just off North Loyalsock Avenue in Montoursville.
Hey, we're back. We're getting a little goofy back here on top of the stadium. Gary Crispin and Babe Mayer, the Fairfield postgame show. Final score on this one, it was Selinsgrove 34 and Sox 7. Final score of the game, and a lot of what-ifs could have happened early. Sox got to go back to the drawing board. Hey, should have a good game next week. It's going to be Montoursville winning today. They're going to be on the road at Danville. What a game that's going to be. Danville's got a great stadium. Our local teams, I think, have played pretty doggone well. Sock beat them there in the playoffs last year, and I think J.C. Kiefer's team playing really well right now.
Well, they're playing really well, and you know, I think it's really going to be a good game. Loyalsock beat Danville, remember, by 1 point with Connor Watkins. All right,
that's right.
I think that this game here could be a very similar game to that, a 1-point game.
Yeah, it should be a great game. Montoursville, Danville, that'll be our game next week. Our Rennie Road Armel All-State game. You can watch this game anytime at webweeklylive.com. Our website is cablesportslive.com. And, of course, linking it to Facebook. For Babe Mayer, Ben Reichley, our entire crew, I'm Gary Crispin saying so long from Ken Robbins Stadium. Final score tonight, Seals of Selinsgrove win it 34-7 over the Lancers. We'll see you next week. You know by now, I love the Clothier. Men's clothing at the finest in Central PA with the biggest selection in the state. Francis, how do you do it? You've got a huge selection for everybody.
We try to fit everybody from head to toe with clothes from all the brands around the world. Fit you up exactly the way you like to look.
West 4th Street, downtown Williamsport. Biggest selection, finest menswear in Pennsylvania. The Clothier, downtown Williamsport. The new go-to place for great food in East End is 505. That's right, 505. 505 Washington Boulevard, 7 days a week. They have great steaks and pasta, great sandwiches and salads, homemade soups, amazing homemade cheesecake, and they also do catering. 505 at 505 Washington Boulevard, right next door. Don't forget about Boulevard Brews with a huge selection. 505.
Kiss 1027, the 80s to now.
Back to pass. Magnano steps up again to the outside Simmons. Look what he does after the catch. Down that sideline, dances. He's gone. Marcus Simmons, touchdown Millionaires. Play action. Coleman good. Back to pass. Got a man there going up. What a catch! 25, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. 67 yards. Cavanaugh, big play, was to Chofie. Sophomore steps up, throwing for that corner. The ball is caught. What a catch, Ross. Touchdown.